a minute, I need to get something. Yeah, I'm going to, basically, I'm just going to try doing the Saturday, Sunday too, as long as I can keep it short. Right, I've not shown up there yet. Right. It's also not letting me. Oh, I'll just do that after. Okay, so what I was going to say normally do, but I've got out the habit of doing it quite some time ago, and then I got back to it last Saturday for my birthday. But like I said, it wasn't just because it was my birthday and then I wasn't going to do it again. It was more because it was the new moon in the first sign of Aries. So just to clarify, so we're going to stick with it. So we're just going to do the spread that I usually do when I do this. So, but before I get into it, so obviously the thing that I've been going on and on and on about, and anybody that knows their astrology is really excited about this. And the thing is, I can just feel the excitement in the air as well. And like I'd said, like I'm not telling everybody all the changes that's going on in my life because there's shit tons of changes. But the thing about Uranus is it is expect unexpected, shock surprises. And I mean, I was just telling somebody there, it's like, because they were like, well, is it good, is it good or bad? And I'm like, well, it can be either of it. Um, and I'd already had a bit of the shitty kind of out the blue stuff. And then out the blue, I've had really amazing shifts. And like I said, what I would describe as a timeline shift, like, like what I help people do if you're new is because nobody else needs a reminder because I say this stuff quite a lot is quantum jump to your highest timeline because I've got a Sag moon conjunct Uranus, the planet that I'm going on about, and conjunct the South Node. I basically am here to help you release your limiting beliefs, what's keeping you stuck, generational curses. There was I've done a great collective reading in the membership yesterday. And then the person that caught me live, I'd done one for them, which I feel is really going to resonate with other people. Sorry to me. Hi, I'm going to read what you're saying in a minute. How are you doing? Sorry, I don't know if I already said that. See what I mean? I'm in this very fast Gemini energy. But yeah, that was a brilliant one, and that energy that came through, because the one that I was doing for the collective was about breaking generational curses, and then that person had said, I find it really interesting when you talk about that. And then so I was like, right, would you want me to do yours? And then I thought, I bet you that card's going to come out again, and it did. And it was a card about breaking generational curses. So it's in the air, and like I said, I really do feel like that. I don't know why. I don't know if I said this in public or if I said it in the membership, because like I said, I'm not that fake that I'm massively different from either or, to be honest. They'll find out a wee bit more than public, but not massive amounts. Maybe at some point. Um, but yeah, like I feel like some kind of hex or curse or something has been lifted off of me, and I think it might just be the long transit of I mean, but like I said, that really the 7 or 8 years. I think I was saying it was 7. I think it's 8 years. That's nothing compared to like the 14 years of the Neptune and Pisces. I just feel was like a big massive confusing shitty energy for a lot of us, especially on the twin flame journey, but for anyone in life, if you think back to right, what did the last sort of 14 years sort of bring about for you? I'm sure there was good stuff, but there might have been a lot of confusing energy and stuff. But basically, yeah, with Uranus and Taurus, it is at the very, very, I mean, like the very, very last 29 degrees. And it's like, I had to check because I was saying it was Sunday because it basically is Sunday for us in the UK and, the same time zone. It's near enough Sunday. But actually, when I looked, like, who knows if that's right? Because sometimes when you look this stuff up, I can't ever find the exact timings. But when I put the thing to 11 o'clock tonight, it was already 0 degrees Uranus and Gemini. So, you could start seeing huge fucking shifts and changes in your life coming about tonight. Because like I said, it's already happening to me, like in quite a quite a mind-blowing way. But also it's like, in one way it feels quite galactic and quite kind of like new earth and like, whoa, oh my god, all this stuff I've been channeling about for like 10, 11 years in public. It's like, it just feels like it's all my hard work is like, again, remember, I'm a Sag moon, so I can exaggerate, but I don't think I'm exaggerating because it's coming from all angles, and I'm a bit kind of like, I'm a bit overwhelmed actually, but in quite an exciting way. But yeah, because even like the thing is, I get excited at like the smallest of things too, and so even if like I hadn't been having like exciting changes, like I went to look at the membership and I was like, wait a minute, and it said, you know, congratulations, you got 10 members, and I'm like, oh, somebody else has joined. But basically, like someone had actually joined the highest level. So I mean, that ain't just somebody joining. You know, I'm excited when anyone joins any level, right? But those of you that have, you know, it's got to be like two. I can't remember how long it's been for the membership now. I don't know if it's. I think it's either approaching 2 years or it's over 2 years. Or it might even be it might be free, to be honest. I really don't know. But like I said, I'm not new to memberships, and that's why I got on with it very, very soon on here, sooner than what most people would. And I support other people with like memberships and stuff like that. I always have done all of this stuff. But um, I've been really excited for when people get attracted to the upper levels. Obviously, you know, let's like to be obvious about it. Venus and Taurus. Venus is rules Taurus. Venus is money and love. Taurus, the highest degree, is money. It's going to help me out financially, meaning that I can help people more for free as well. Like when I've got more money coming in, but it's because I can do more stuff. Like I can really get my teeth stuck in, and it's like, you know, on both of those higher levels. If you join the third level, it's a new moon Zoom every month. If you join the highest level, it's a new moon and a full moon group Zoom. So you know what I mean? It's like, so that's yeah. So it's just really exciting because I've said to the, you know, the second level of the membership there, and the first and second level, if they want to you know, like, do you know what I mean? Basically it'll be a paid Zoom. So those of you in other levels, if you want to join, if you use the link that's there, I'm going to actually need people in the first level to tell me if you can see the post with the discount link, because what I thought I'd done yesterday was I thought I had posted it in just the second level, and then I thought, oh no, wait a minute, I've posted it in the first level, and I was like, do you know what? Fuck it, guys. I think you deserve it because I'm grateful for whatever level you're on, and the prices are changing in a week anyway. But look at the excitement. But look at what I'm saying. This is what I said on Thursday night. Claim what you're worth, right? Like, I'm not a big money oriented person, but the way I was channeling the other night, it's like I've worked hard to be where I'm at, and I keep my prices the same price for years on end. And I do that actually because I'm like, oh, I don't think people can afford it. And it's like, I'll stay in that place for like 6 months to a year, sometimes years, and then see when I actually do it. And it's like, I instantly attract people that to counteract. Oh no, actually, there are people out there that will pay that do value it, and actually, you were putting those people off in your highest timeline because you were staying small. So do you know what I mean? But like, I'm an interesting one because I'm always here to help people that can meet me on my highest timeline and do my bigger packages and my bigger sessions, right? Which, like, remember, I have been perfecting them over 10 years, right? So longer than 10 years. In fact, it's more like 20 years for some things, right? It's only just the cute wee names I made up 10, 11 years ago. But I've been collecting my cards since I was 14, 15, and I've just turned 42. So do you know what I mean? It's not everybody has studied their craft as long as that. Um, so, but yeah, it's just really, really exciting. Like, I'm really excited. And like I said, I'm sharing my excitement with the members, but I'm going to share a little bit of my excitement with everyone in public too. But it's going to be contained because of what I said, because I do attract people that just get very jealous in that. Like when other people aren't kind of meeting their own goals and just I can feel it. So actually, I'm going to now read what Denise said, and then I'm going to get into that because I was watching something last night and I was like, I knew that the guy had Leo moon, right? And the moon is in Leo, remember? And I thought, I bet you anything he's going to win. Yeah, I'm a celebrity, by the way. I thought, I bet you anything he's going to win because I said the other day, his aura is amazing. Like, I mean, like I said, I fancy him too. I'm not gonna lie, but it's kind of like I fancy all those brothers. There's three of them and they're all hot. But it's because they're all nice people too, right? But I thought, he's going to win that because he's a Leo moon. The moon's in Leo. I think the moon was near enough conjunct his moon. but he's also got a Leo midheaven, and the Leo midheaven is specifically what I was going about why I get so much jealousy and stuff. Because when you've got a Leo midheaven, when you've got a Leo anything, Leo rising and Leo sun and Leo midheaven are the ones that I've identified that people get so jealous just of your shine, and it is not fair. A guy was mentioning that in the membership last night. We were talking about this. It's like you're literally just being your fucking self, and you might not even be the loudest person in the room. Because, like I say all the time, yeah, on here I might seem like it. I'm animated, whether I'm on camera or whether it's my hands like this. But day to day, I'm more Scorpio. I'm more Scorpio rising. I walk quietly on the beach by the sea, or I just want to be myself, not talking in my house or fucking singing to myself. Do you know what I mean? Like that's not me, but I actually do love. It is me, it's a part of me, but it's not like me all the time. Is the best way I can describe it. 'Cause especially if you think now I'm only doing a live like once. Well, to me, it's like I'm only doing a live once a week because that's when I'm sitting, like, where you can see me. I'm actually doing, like, at least one live every day because I'm doing this, but you see how, in my mind, I don't see it as that. Um, it's like, but yeah, anyway, long story short, that guy that won, I'm a celebrity, get him out here last night. He's got all of that going on, and he was getting so much fucking hate, and it's from the David Hayes guy, right? Oh my, what a jealous, oh my god, I've so much male ego and jealousy. Like it's obvious he just can't stand that guy because he's lovely. He's in touch with his masculine and his feminine. He was like really supporting the woman. He's just got it going on. And that's basically what I'm saying. I'm appreciating the Leo placements because Leo gets so much hate. And it's when you really break it down and you're honest and you've done the shadow work, it's usually because somebody's fucking really good at what they do and other people can't stand it. Like, I can think of Leo Sun people like that in various different professions. I can definitely think of many Leo rising people as well that get a lot of shit like that. Like I said, it's funny, Leo moon people not so much because the moon is more sort of hidden and it's your more private side. Like, I've got a Leo moon best friend, and like I said, like I said to her the other day, I was like, I honestly couldn't even fathom somebody hating, let alone not liking you, because it's just she just oozes this joy. But again, think about it. I can actually see from the objective side, I ooze a lot of joy, but I do get a lot of hate. Do you know what I mean? So it's kind of like, that's what I'm saying. But the difference is I've got a Leo midheaven. So I'm just sort of saying this for my people out there that have got a Leo midheaven as well. I see you, and I know you're not lying, and you're not crazy, and don't gaslight yourself about it, but just protect your energy a wee bit more, because that's a hard lesson I had to learn along the way. It's not fair when people hate you for no reason, but they do. If you're good at something, they're going to hate you. You just got to learn to appreciate the people that don't send you neg vibes and just celebrate the good times. Right, okay, anyway, let's now read what you're saying to me. Well, but oh yeah, I want to talk more about that guy that won because his astrology is amazing with it. I've done that when the people won Love Island too. It's like I can always tell who's going to win by the astrology. Well, that was weird. I've been watching your videos from 8 months ago. That's before you found me. And you come live, been wanting to listen to when I first ever came into your live video. Oh, interesting. Love it. I'm glad you're good. I loved listening to last night's. Oh, do you know what? I love that because I said that to the new woman. That when you said that to me last week, that really honestly made my heart happy. That even when you guys aren't catching me live, you guys, every time I say, hey, you guys, it makes me think of the goodies. But it makes me, you know what I mean? It makes me happy that even when you're not catching me live, that you actually enjoy it because the new woman had said that too. Sorry, I'm calling you new woman because I need to find out your name when I talk to you. Right, so I wish I could afford to pay the higher level, but hopefully soon I can get more money from work. Yeah, Tani, don't worry about that. Tani and everyone else, because look, I'm going to be honest, I have paid those amounts of money for subscription groups before. Usually things that were like, courses or whatever, and you were paying it up like that, or I've paid like 50 quid and stuff. It's not a decision you should take lightly because of the stories I've told before about, you don't want to be like paying something you're not using. Although it's not as dramatic when you're doing it on YouTube. If you seriously didn't use it, you can just leave. Oh, because that's what I wanted to say too. when I saw that someone had, I was like, surely that's a mistake. I was like, oh no. And then I was worrying and panicking for the person because I'm like, I can't do anything about that. If you do that on PayPal and you tell me right away, I can sort it, but I can't do that on YouTube. So, but you see, I mean, that's my limiting beliefs. I'm like, surely that's a mistake. Like, what the fuck's going on? Like, what is the trick here? And then at first I thought she meant that, and then she was like, "Oh no, no, that wasn't a mistake. I meant that. I think she meant it was a mistake joining the first level." And then so do you mean I'm just kind of like, okay, I don't know how I got to this higher timeline, but I have been working hard to climb to it, and I kind of like it. Um, but yeah, that woman's just the start of it. Like I think it could take quite a while because again, I have had people inquire about it before or kind of say, and then they don't. But like I said, I just like I said, I don't mean rude, but I'm being blunt. I take anything anybody says about money with a pinch of salt, if even that. When people say, "Oh, I'm going to book next week," or "I'm going to book tomorrow," or "I'm going to book soon," or "I'm going to book a package," or "I'm going to book a," I'm just like, I'm not thinking I right then in my head, but I'm thinking, okay, that's great if you do, but I've had many people say that and they don't, so I will just pretend like you didn't say that. Do you know what I mean? Like, that is the best way that I know to approach it because it's more times than not people just don't book or all this shit gets in their way. And it's not your fault, it is the energies that go against you to stop you from being empowered. But so it's, you've either got to fight against that, your limiting beliefs and the energies that are coming at you, or you see it as a sign, oh, I'm not meant to book. No, it's not that you're not meant to book. It's you should go in harder. It's because you are meant to. It's, you know what I mean? It happens with everyone. So, because to me, you probably wouldn't mind sharing with people. Can you? I remember all the interference that you had. Like for us to even talk, it was crazy. Like the connection and everything. And then and I had to keep smudging, and anyone else would get really frustrated and give up. But I just keep my cool. I laugh. I reassure the person, and then yeah, a lot of heavy energy was lifted for you. I mean, you would probably. I mean, you would definitely resonate with the generational curse stuff. I'd imagine. Um, but yeah, just if you're meant to be on those higher levels, you will make it happen, and you'll make it happen in your own time. So don't worry about that. Anyway, I'm just celebrating the fact that it's starting to happen. Do you know what I mean? Let them haters hate because you're the best. Thank you, Tony. Loving my hype girls. You can tell she's an Aries moon, Aries moon and rising. Um, Oh, I listen back every time. It's absolutely beautiful and you deserve it. Oh, it was insane. Thank you so much. Thank you, Tani. Thank you. Like I really do appreciate that because, like I said, I can feel the people that really do have my back and that have seen how difficult a climb this has been. I mean, you know what I mean? I would never give up, but it is, I could go into victim mode about how challenging it's been for me because, there's no lack of me being good at all the stuff I can do. Like my astrology even says that I excel in the areas that I study in and stuff, and I do. But it's just I get so fucking hidden. And look, I just said that 1804, my birthday numbers. You know what I mean? It's all this stuff is I'm meant to be doing it. It's my calling. But it's like I do have to try so much harder than what a lot of other people do. And that's like whether it's Saturn and Scorpio. Saturn is hard work. Scorpio's fucking brutal pain. You know what I mean? It's like in my first house. But the satisfaction that comes from it is like I always I like to take the hard climb. I always say this, like I've got plenty friends in all the areas that I work in, um, and people that could give me shout outs on bigger channels and bigger platforms and tons of people on TikTok and stuff like that. But I'm sorry, I'm doing it my way. Do you know? It's not like if people want to do that, then fine. You know what I mean? It's not like I'm like, oh fuck sake, why did you do that? But it's kind of like I do want. I'm very like no. I want to do it because I've earned it off of my own back. I don't need to be fucking flying on the coattails of anyone. Do you know what I mean? So it's, and that's basically me. That's the passionate way that I do things. Right. So, um, you're unbelievable how you got rid of my heavy energy and the curse. You're amazing at what you do, and everyone should book it. Thank you, Tani. But yeah, again, because it's hard to really describe what happens, isn't it, Tani? But the first time that I speak to somebody, it is just a huge, big, massive energy clearing. And so for people that if you have been a part of like, say you've had a generational curse hanging over your head, which I know that sounds really heavy, but that is just like, a way of being in a family that has been carrying on through the generations that needs to stop, like whether it's to do with money blocks or just, you know, treatment that is just like, for instance, so I think because I'm talking about all this Leo stuff, I was thinking about this today, like, you know, the reason I appreciate when people actually value the different and unique skills and talents that I share. Because, like, at one point, I was just surrounded by a shit ton of people that just act like me healing folk like Jesus is just fucking normal. And, like, I'm not asking for people to be like, wow, woo, woo, like every fucking minute of the day. But when people are just acting like you just fucking went, oh, here's a plaster, or like not even that, it can, you know, it was not good for a long time. You know, like I've said, I've had experiences where I'm in groups of friends before where I've just like done something that is like fucking completely out the fucking ordinary, and like nobody fucking bats an eyelid. And I used to think, oh, that's keeping me grounded. But then actually over time, no, that was actually really disheartening. That it's, you know, that it's people just kind of hoping you don't actually see what's unique and different about you. You know, just generally. So again, whether that's your friends or your family or fucking both, usually for people, it's like you've got to push through a lot, you know, when you've got a skill. But it's like keep going. You know, that's the kind of people I support. But yeah, basically, if you do feel you've got some kind of curse or you've been hexed or something, or like you've got a, like that, the modern day version of that would be like an X that is like, you know, said you're not going to mount 10 in, you're not going to find anyone like me, whether it's a man or a woman, all this kind of shit, you know. Oh, yes, they will, and we'll lift that bullshit, and you'll find the love of your life, you know, that kind of vibes. But and also, I don't do anything fancy on these Zooms. It's literally just me sitting on my couch. Get a cup of tea, coffee, whatever it is you do, and that's the way we clear the energy. Do you know what I mean? I've got all the tools and the bells and whistles. I just don't tend to use them because it would just be me being extra, to be honest. I don't need to use any of that. It's, you know, when you've done something for a long time, I've been doing that the whole time like that. I like the tools, but I don't really tend to use them. Unless I was in person, and I'll use all my crystals and everything. But otherwise, my crystals and that are always just hanging out beside me. But I do know that some of you actually like when I do the crystal healing on the screen and stuff. So I try to do that now and again. Oh boy, is it pain. Hello, fellow Scorpio placement. And hello, how are you doing? That's what makes you so unique and caring. Drawing the right people because you're just you and you don't need anyone else to help. The hard work you put in makes it all worthwhile to be put. Thank you very much, Today. But you know, I do need people to help. The people that I need to help are my soul family. And, you know, just sending that love and support counteracts and pushes off the shitty energy. So I do appreciate that. Hello, Pure Love Essence. Pure Love Essence, I know I've asked you a few times, but will you tell me your name when we talk one-to-one? You're being a Scorpio mystery. Otherwise, I will. If you want to be called that when you come on here, then I'll call you that. But tell me your name when I talk to you when it's just me and you. I don't know. I like to know people's names. I've been trying to manifest something good for you in the last week. Oh, Becca, my eyes just filled up with tears. I'm kind of like, I don't know what to say to that. You've been trying to manifest something good for me in the last week. Well, thank you very much. I went a bit awkward. I'm glad I'm not on the camera. So I'm absolutely praying for that for you too. You've helped so many of us. Thank you very much. Yes, keep it simple. You know, that's why you... Wait a minute, I'm just thinking. I get a bit overexcited. Can I... No, I'm not going to show you the mirror, but what I will do, right? Now, bear in mind, I'm in my bed right now. Don't judge. It's Saturday. I know nobody will. Well, people will, but fuck it. I don't really care. I'm in my bed because last weekend was just so much people in for me. I mean, this time last week on my birthday, I was like cutting about an old ruin, a castle, and it was really cool, but it was... And then I was enjoying a frozen strawberry daiquiri with my mum, and it was freezing. It was sunny, but it was freezing. And my mum's just told me I think it's a bit similar outside there today. But I'm gonna go gallivanting and do something fun tomorrow. I will tell you about that after I've been, if it happens. I'm not sure. I'm just waiting to find out if we're going to do something. But yeah, what I will do is, right, so watch this, right? I was going to point the camera to my vision board / mirror, but I'm just going to grab the thing off because you saying keep it simple has made me think of this, that you can see by the colour of it. I have had this stuck to my mirror for 6 years now, right? And it followed me from my other place where I lived. Look. You know, I've got those cards that I use through in the living room, right? That's my workspace. I've got an office, which is tiny. It's either too hot or too cold, so I've given up. That's just where some of the cards live, and all the other cards live messed up in my thing. But that stays on my mirror because that is what I'm all about. Keep it simple. Like, you know what I mean? When things get too complicated, it just overwhelms me. And it's, you know, and that's what I've found for other people as well. Oh, have you got those ones too? Yeah, I love them. I love them because it's like not many people have actually got them, and I like reading from like just a word. You know, you can get a lot from a word. So, but yeah, I thought, nah, I can't be bothered. Like, there are stuff I need to do today. Like, I do need to declutter my clothes, and I need to fold the mountain of washing on my kitchen table. Like, because it feels amazing when I clear the table and I can actually eat at the table. But yeah, so I think I will, because it's light till 8 o'clock, so I'm surely going to be able to do some of that. But no, I was watching I'm a Celebrity to get him out of here until like 2 in the morning. And that's what I was just talking about, that's the guy that's Leo Sun, Leo Moon, I think he's Leo Mercury, and he's got the midheaven in Leo. He's actually got a midheaven in Leo at 0 degrees, so he really will get a shit ton of hate. And so if you watched I'm a Celebrity to Get Me Out of Here last night, I'm sure a lot of people wouldn't. I only started watching it the other week there, and then it's already finished. I caught up to it. But I did say he's going to win. It's just so obvious. He's got a bright aura. He's so fun, and he was supporting everyone. I just think that guy's energy is lovely. And I feel better about crushing him when I saw he's not that much younger than me, so it's fine. But he went on, it was just lovely as well. He got a wee call from his kids and his wife and that, and it's like the wee boy was like, "I'm trying to be the man in the house and make you proud, Dad." I was gone. I was crying. I was like, "Oh my God, that kid is cute." The kid probably won him the show. It was that cute. But yeah, but the other thing is, right, the controversial thing is he lost his shit. Ah, yes, you're watching Outlander past 2 a.m. Yes, it's the. No, I'm just laughing because that's funny. Like, somewhere where I was recently, like, it was that I'd been at one of the places where that was filmed, and it was like I recognised it right away. But I'm not going to go on about that because it was like it was like the worst episode I've ever fucking seen in my life. But yeah, so basically, yeah, like him going mental, like he basically lost his shit, and like shouted at this other man. Now again, I don't condone abusive behaviour either, but they're really sort of hamming it up, right? And they were like, you know, I don't think he should be winning. He was like really abusive, and blah, blah. Basically, he lost his shit, like what a lot of men would in particular. Women can too, but he was like, for fuck's sake, he was like, "What are you doing, Jimmy, man?" And it was like he kind of went mental at him because it meant that when the guy quit, it actually meant he was going to be taking him out. So you can understand the anger, because it's like if he's been putting in all this hard work and he was getting covered in green ants and you're having to fucking eat fucking insects and shit like that, and then someone's just, "I'm a celebrity to get me out here." So anyway, he went mental. And then that David Hayes can't stand him anyway. And then it was really, so anyway, last night was really it was very Leo Moon dramatic, and they were all like, you know, that David Hayes just wouldn't shut up. I just thought, how embarrassing. Like, that is so embarrassing how jealous he is. And like, I mean, how fucking insecure must you be when you're like, what is it is he a boxer? Is that what he is? Like, is he not like a fucking champion himself, like a heavyweight champion? And he's picking on that wee guy. Like, fuck off, mate. But honestly, that's how insecure some people are. They make it look like they're confident and they're not. And again, like, no shade if you are insecure, whether you're a man or a woman. I help people with this. But that is the ugly side of it. When people attack others because they're like, you know, like that guy does deserve it. And actually, I think that's why he won. I think people respected the fact that he lost his shit and then he apologised. And it's like a good message. It's like, you know what, you don't need to be a perfect person. He was lovely. He was supporting the women and the men when they were crying. He was showing his vulnerability when he was crying, when he was missing his family. And then guess what? He went fucking mental, swore and shouted. And I think it, from what I'm gathering, I think it was worse than what they showed. Like, I think he must have used the C word, guys. I think it was a serious one. So it's not good. And like I said, although I like this, I like to joke about the C word. It's, you know, to actually call someone that in anger, it is quite aggressive and abusive. So let's be honest, okay? I'm not condoning that. But I think they were exaggerating a little bit. Like, I felt it was like, you know, like, come on to fuck, man. The guy does deserve it, right? And it's like, and it was just really quite sad because he looked so deflated. Like, right before he found out he won, he honestly looked like he was about to burst out crying and walk off. It was almost like, I could read his mind. It was almost like he was thinking, please fucking God, don't make me win this because they're going to start again. They're going to start saying I don't deserve it. How sad is that? And then it was like, when I watched the after show thing, that is exactly what one of them said, basically, was like, you know, how sad, because like it was totally overtaken by just jealousy, absolute jealousy. And again, the reason I'm talking about this so much is because that, my friends, is when people have got a Leo midheaven. What do you think the moon is conjunct in my chart right now? Literally didn't plan this, but I just realised. I'll give you a little bit of time. What do you think in my chart is that moon conjuncting? Why do you think this passion is pouring out of me with this channeling? Hello, joyful dolphin. Why have we wrote something 7? Are you a real person? I've actually, look what I've got beside me. I've got dolphin cards beside me. Leo, but what do we think? What placement? It is indeed the Leo in my chart, but what placement? There's a big clue because I've been talking about it on here. But yeah, hopefully I can afford to join the membership next month. Oh, we would love to have you, Becca, on any level. I would love to have you there. Because like I said, hopefully those of you that aren't in the membership, you feel just as part of the soul family, because you are, you know, like that's what I've always had the vision of creating, because that's what I've carried on from Facebook. Like there was people in my small memberships, but people still felt a part of the group, like, you know, in public. So well, it's nearly midnight here and I'm taking my son to Munster Trucks tomorrow, but I can't sleep. Oh, what's that? That sounds like my nieces were they were away on the Easter weekend. Well, they were away at my birthday. And they went to this place and it looked amazing. It had like little mini Jeeps. So it was like a wee video of my nieces like driving a little mini Jeep, and like it was hilarious. And then there was like a pump track, which my youngest niece, 6-year-old, found hilarious because she kept saying the word pump, like pump track, and then like giggling. But it was like for bikes. Pump means fart here. I need to explain that for the Americans and stuff, and maybe even the English and the Irish and the Welsh, but you know what I mean? I think pump might be a Scottish word. It's actually one that makes me cringe. It's like there's certain words that annoy me. Do you know, it's like bottom. So my dad thinks it's hilarious just to randomly say that word because I just look at him like, please don't say that again. Or like, but that's my dad's thing. He likes to, what was he done today? He sent me a picture when I was wee with all my cousins and my face is on fire, right? Because this is the thing, right? I don't need to wear makeup. I just love makeup. And it doesn't actually happen so much now I'm older. But my face goes bright red, right? It's a bit like, even if I'm not embarrassed, but if I'm embarrassed, it's fucking game over, right? But when I was young, it was really, really bad. Basically in this picture, yeah, I'm like, oh God, it's kind of like, you know, I don't know if this is politically correct, but I'm going to say it. It's your ugly duckling kind of age, you know, when you're younger. That's what, I mean, I'm cute, but I'm like, yeah, you know, I was thinking I was hard with the kind of, I've got the Adidas tracky top tied around my waist. I've got an Adidas t-shirt on, you know, I've got my wee Adidas trackies on. I was like, yeah, I don't know. I just look not the best. But I said something like, oh yeah, like, you know, my niece, like I look like my niece, or my niece looks like me there. But which doesn't make any sense because they've got like beautiful red hair and I've got dark hair. But she does have a lot of the same characteristics. I mean, it's hard to describe. And I said, my cheeks look like tomatoes though. And then my dad texts back correcting the way I spelt tomatoes. So I replied with the emoji to what he said. And a couple of those gifs that, you know, the one from The Office where Michael's like, no, please, God, no, no. Because I knew that'd annoy him because he doesn't like the American Office. He's never seen it, but he just feels disloyal. He didn't say this is what I'm saying. He feels disloyal watching the American Office because he loves the UK Office. I've tried to tell him the American one is 10 times better. I think he secretly watches it. Or he's going to at some point, but I don't think he has yet. But and then also that meme where the wee girl is now probably about my age, but she's about 3 in the thing, where she's just looking really not impressed. Like, you know what I mean, at what the person said. But yeah, honestly. But I'm like that too. I'm like that too. I'll notice when people spell things differently, but I'll keep it to myself. I never used to, and then I was like, yeah, it's annoying when people do that. But my dad just still likes to do it. But I don't know what it is actually. Tomatoes, I can never get in my head. Like, I think it's I always add the E on. But whatever. Tomato. Right, did I read all these comments? I've not even got into the spread. This is what I mean. This is why I love Leo Moon. It's just, you know, I'm just buzzing, just exciting energy. You have the right to lazy around. Exactly. Thank you. So do you. So does everyone. Enjoy your bed and relax, yes. Well, I've watched all my programmes, so I think I'm just going to have to get up and do the housework because I'm not even going to lie, guys. Why am I lying? I actually started watching Married at First Sight again because we could analyse that too. In fact, even if you say no, I think I'm probably I can feel that I'm dying to. But yeah, it's really just the same thing about let's just talk about insecurity actually, because Leo is confidence and the opposite of it would be the insecurity. That Gia is the most insecure evil woman I think I've ever saw on the telly. She just literally pulls the strings of all of them and sits back and laughs as everyone argues, and it's like, it's weird how quite a lot of people don't, they're starting to see through her now, but they didn't at first. And also she's a really good example of what I channel about all the time, of bullying a man behind the scenes and the man not saying very much, and then now that they're not together, now he's telling the truth, that like every day she was threatening to leave him, or she was going on about somebody else fancying him in the group. Like, she was just a fucking nightmare. That's what a lot of women are like, and the men will just stay quiet. It's like, honestly, draining. And the thing is, not all women are like that. Like, some women and men have actually done the healing to not be like that, and then it's like people still go out and choose these fucking people that are making out they're confident, but they're like giving them that much a hard time behind the scenes. Like, it's mental. And because actually, and this is when you know that's really insecure too. She's moved on to somebody already. She had somebody lined up. That is classic narcissist behaviour. If somebody's like got somebody else right the minute they've dumped you, because it's like, oh, look at me, look how many people love me. No, that's insecurity, hen. Oh God. Anyway, right. That energy died down a little bit there. Oh, the little boy, how cute. Yeah, no, he was so cute. He was like, I'm going to look after, I'm trying to be a man of the house, Dad. And he sounded like, I don't know what age he was, 8 or something, maybe even young. He sounded about 8. That's, I don't know if a 6-year-old would say that. Maybe 8, 9, 10, fuck knows. 3 and 7 is the cards. I've not got any numbers on the cards yet. Scorpio, I don't know. Right, okay. This is you guessing the. Right, yeah. Basically, pure love essence. You've said Leo, and Leo is right, but the moon is conjunct my Leo midheaven, which, if you think about it, it's meaningful because it's exactly what I've just been speaking about with that guy. That's why he gets so much hate. It's just a fact, because Leo is about shining. We've all got Leo somewhere, even if you've not got planets there. We've all got Leo somewhere. Actually, because I'm a good example. I'm just, I've not got any planets in Leo, but my midheaven in the chart is in Leo. So it's like, and the thing is, that is like, Leo midheaven, right, in your 10th house is about work, career, calling. And specifically when it's in Leo, it's about being in the spotlight. So that is why people get shit for it. Because you're on blast. You're like, even like, so say I wasn't talking on social media, it would be like, when I was younger, like I had a few friends that had Leo midheaven as well, and it would be like in a club or something, we would maybe get like people coming up to us and that. It's not like we were, kind of like, oh, hey, come on, guys, like flipping the hair. If anything, it'd be like me, usually if it was just me and one of my friends that had that, we would just be like having a fucking ball in our own wee world, getting too pissed, and you'd still be attracting people because it's like, it's people want to look at whatever it is you're doing, or just it's your aura. Again, they're just hating for no reason, guys. But like, I'm not talking about me, I'm talking about that guy. Like, that's how I knew he was going to win, because he's a nice person. It'd be different if the guy was a dick, but he's actually a nice person. And people love to hate somebody that is just genuinely a nice person. They love to fucking figure out why that they can't be that nice. Some people are just not a dickhead. Do you know what I mean? A bit like, but even with that guy is a good example, because he fucked up. He that is not good the way he acted, but people like that. People like when you're not perfect, but you've been genuine. It's the big trucks that go over jumps and all that stuff. It's loud. Oh yeah, that kind of does sound a little bit like what they were doing. Maybe not as brutal. And count 3 cards and jump. Then count 7 cards. All right, you're talking about the cut. Well, we're not into that bit yet, but hello, Kate27 Scorp. Oh, hello, welcome. Where in Scotland are you? Dads always have to correct stuff. Yes, I know. What is the midheaven? I still have right. So the midheaven is basically it's in the 10th house, and it's like. It's basically all about, so the 10th house and your midheaven is all about your career calling. So wherever your midheaven is, like if you know your birth details, if you tell me what they are when I speak to you one-to-one, I'll be able to have a quick look at where it is. But my God, tell me to stop or the whole thing will be about, like that's a whole other session in itself, everyone. It's the psychic astrology empowerment where I'll go through your whole chart, but that's like, it takes a long time. But I can look at where your midheaven is and I'll be able to tell you uniquely. But that's why I'm using that as an example. Like mine is in Leo, and a Leo midheaven, it does attract a lot of jealousy, a lot of hate because you're in the limelight. But it's usually you're in the limelight because you're good at something, right? But like I said, it can be like what I just said. Like you might just be being yourself. You might just be looking good that night, and you're going out in the club and you're looking good, and people are hating you because it's like, hey, why are everyone looking at her? I wonder, look at me. It's the best example I can think of. But also, like, the positive about it is when you've got a Leo midheaven, you're meant to be seen for whatever kind of talent it is you've got. Do you know what I mean? Like, it'd be good if I had somebody else with the example, and I would. But I think that the good example is that guy on that show. Like, he can't help it that he's good looking. It helps, guys. I think it does help. That's unfortunate, but I'm not going to say I think it does help. Like, he's good looking, he's fun, he's in touch with his masculine and his feminine. People wouldn't have liked it that David Hayes was bullying him for no reason. Like I said, I'd honestly just think he was jealous. Like, I think he was jealous because that guy was more comfortable showing his feminine side than he is. And that's no excuse to bully somebody. I know nothing on astrology. I just trust Claire to look after me. You do know a wee bit now, for God's sake. You can't not know to me after listening to me for that long. What exactly is the subject here? The subject is I'm just going with the flow, channeling, and I'm eventually going to get into these cards. Joyful Dolphin. Glasgow, lovely. We just chill and... Yeah, exactly. We just chill and chat here and go with the flow. Yes. We love Claire because she interacts and is real. She isn't like others, and if you stick around, you'll see how good she is. Thank you, Tony. I'm loving it. Right. So let's go with this. Let's get into this. And you never know, some stuff might come through with what I've said, because I'm sure there was other things about Married at First Sight that it was mainly just that. Oh God, yeah. Like, see if people watch Married at First Sight, you've got to watch the one on a Thursday too that breaks it all down, because that's where they actually show you what's going on behind the scenes. and it was gobsmacking, like that they were showing you that she was like playing them off against each other. So there might be somebody playing people off against each other when I pick up on this. Right, so the card in the south represents that which you need to let go of and what needs to be shed as an old wound that you no longer need to define yourself by. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Why can't I... I can't watch it after seeing them unhinged white women here. Yes, they are. Yeah, they're all fucking nuts, aren't they? I mean, the thing is, I don't know why I'm saying the word insecure so much, but it's like every single, I mean, not every single woman. I would say every single woman on that program, bar Stella, Alyssa, I think, what's her name as well? Rachel. God, guys, I think that's it. And there's a lot more than basically the rest of them. If I've missed out anyone else, they're all extremely insecure, but they make out like, you know, oh my god, I'm like tall, leggy blonde with my big tits, and like I'm so amazing. Everybody, like, she actually basically, which by the way, there's nothing wrong if you've got all that going on, if you're a nice person. She ain't. That's the problem here. But like she the first episode, that's like, because remember I caught it in the middle of it and then I watched it from the start. She basically told us who she was, because remember she came on and she was like, yeah, all these basic bitches are kind of like, they ain't got nothing on me, and it's like, I think people thought she was joking. She wasn't joking. Like that was actually who she is. Like when I think back to that, like she was being serious. And that's why I'm just kind of like, I don't get it, how like some of those girls actually thought that she was her friend. Do you know what I mean? Like, and that's why I'm always like, I can't stand that saying, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. And I always say the same thing, but fuck that. The minute I fucking see somebody's an enemy, I'm getting away from them. I'm keeping my distance. I'm getting as far away as I fucking can from them. Life's too short to have folk like that around you. Fuck that. But I know tons of folk in all age groups that their best friends are their biggest frenemies and enemies. It's fucking weird. Right. We're being extra Leo about it, but we're going with it. It's quite funny. Right, so this is the card in the south. This is what you need to let go of. Water. Emotions. So maybe you're releasing some trauma. The card in the west represents a part of you that needs to die. It's an old story that needs to be let go of, so you may find a new meaningful story for your life. So this is the west card. The smoky mirror. Confusion, illusion. So that could tie in with manipulation and narcissists and stonewalling, because that's what I was talking about when I was saying if you've got people around you, if you've had that in the past, that don't acknowledge what it is you're good at, that's very abusive. It's a very subtle thing, but it is very abusive to not be pointing out the obvious, and just making, because it can, if you're not that confident, it could just make somebody feel like, oh right, maybe I'm not good at drawing, or maybe I'm not good at this, or maybe I can't do this, and it's just, that's what they're hoping you do. So you got to find somebody to hype you up, like myself, or like Tani hype me up, you know what I mean? You got to find somebody that's going to actually be like, actually, you're fucking shit hot at that. Has nobody ever told you that? Well, no, like, you know, my family just make out like this, or they tell me I'm bad at this, or my friends kind of just ignore it, or like, you know, my boyfriend kind of says I can't. Well, they're all lying. Get them to fuck. Do you know what I mean? Find somebody honest. Mate. Blunt and honest. Right. But you got to make sure you're not bumping into those blunt on the people like Gia. Let's just use for example, the people like Gia on, like, she'll mask as a blunt, honest person, or the people that constantly talk about, let's just be positive. It's too negative. They're actually always the ones creating it. I can't stand the word positive because of that. People, that's toxic positivity, because they're the ones that are creating it, and then they sit back and say the other, oh God. And then what's the other thing? If the word authenticity is used too much, I think that's a bit of a red flag as well. You shouldn't be needing to say the word authenticity to, you know what I mean? If you're being authentic, why are you needing to say it all the time? So it's funny because you say us black girls, well, we don't. Who says that? Are crazy here in Australia, but nope, them girls or something. Right. Exactly, they're fake and fake features on their bodies. I would rather dress like me and Hera one so that the way when I dress up so I look like, yeah. It's not, you know what I mean. People each to their own. Like I said, if she was a nicer person, she can do whatever the hell she wants. You know, it's a free country, but it's kind of like um, the manipulating people and, like I said, bullying that poor fucking guy that she married. But I mean, he's escaped now, so. But I could see that, and I would describe it as that. But I can see that he's still in love with her. Like she's basically hoodwinked her. It's a real, like I said, it's exactly what I channel about all the time. It's a shame. The card in the north represents the wisdom that you need to acquire. You've learned the lessons from the south and the west. What wisdom is ready to mature within you? What is your great medicine that you're ready to embrace? What are the deeply buried treasures that have become available to you? There's a change in the wind, right? The last one, spiritual bypassing, exactly. Joyful dolphin, like, I'm gonna, you know, I mean, I won't be too harsh right away, but I can always tell when somebody's trying to be a wee bit, like, you know, annoying, because it's like, what are you saying now? I'm just reading the collective energy. So, you know, if you weren't trying to be annoying there, then fine, but I'm just sort of saying it like, you know, I don't kind of let that go on too much, because it's kind of distracting me, all the weird comments and things and stuff, you know. I mean, you were saying things that was like nothing to do with what I was doing. Right, so I'm basically not doing personal cards right now. I would say if I was, to be blunt. So the card in the east represents your possible destiny, the way that you will share your treasures and gifts with others, right? But if you're resonating with this one, you want to stay, you're welcome. But yes, the ancient ones in reverse, right? Okay, so let's read this now. So the first one is the card in the south represents that which you need to let go of. It needs to be shed. It's an old wound that you no longer need to define yourself by, and it's water. Oh God, does anyone else find that noise on the washing machine so annoying? You know, like mine, it's like it goes off and then it'll keep doing it. I don't know actually. That's a newer one, but like it keeps doing it for like about 5 minutes until you turn it off. I was just wondering if you're reading for somebody or did it. No, that's fine. That's fine. Like I said, if you're just extra inquisitive, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. But there are some things further, like earlier on, that you were saying that was. Right. Water. Yes, washing machine can be fucking annoying. Absolutely. I can already tell you're one of my kind. We're going to get on great. Do you mind telling me when your birthday is? Because I know that you said you were a Scorpio. Mine's is going to Glasgow Airport, my washing machine. Does it break? Is it going on a wee trip? Water symbolises purification, regeneration, birth, revival, and cleansing. It signifies an evolutionary shift from former self to new self. And that's cool because it's about letting go of. Oh, right. Right, sorry. I'm sorry, I was a bit slow there. Yeah, you mean when it's going fucking mental. That's funny. Yes, washing machine was doing that before, but was shaking and ready to run out my house. It was, oh, that's so funny. Actually, I have to admit, the newer one that I got, it does that very quietly and discreetly. You know, I'm kind of missing the kind of, we're going to the moon. Do you know what I mean? The aggressive shaking, and then, you know, you have to, like, with my old one, I had to, like, oh my God, I have to go and save my favourite mugs and the glasses that are too close to falling off the edge. And it's like I've brainwashed myself that I feel like I still have to do that, even though that one's really quite polite and there's not much of a takeoff. I think there maybe is for about 2 minutes. Am I going to start new business about that? I'm not doing personal cards just now. Yeah, it's not Joyful Dolphin. It's not. You don't. It's okay. You're not. That's too strong. We don't need to home in. You're not annoying as a whole. It was just some of the things when you're going on about 3 and 7 and stuff, and there wasn't even. Yeah, and then yeah. Anyway, but I'm sure you are a very nice, kind-hearted woman. So just, you know, that's okay. And Kamala Devil. Is Oh no, it's Devi. I was like, oh my god. I was like, that's kind of referring to that woman. Yeah, but anyway, I'm not doing personal questions right now, basically. Yeah, actually, see, that one doesn't. It beeped once, and then it hasn't beeped again. So see, I'm still just thinking of So that's the weird way that I channel. That is symbolic of you're living in the past, because I'm still thinking it's my old washing machine, and that one doesn't do that. It just beeped once, and now it's not doing it again. Interesting. So, many myths around the world speak of a great flood and the new life is revealed after a deluge. Is that the way you say that? Is it? Yeah, deluge, I think. Water begins without boundaries. Then, as soon as form has separated itself from the water, it comes under the laws of time and life, thus acquiring limitations. When water arrives, you're invited to watch your emotions. Know they are going to be changeable. Do not settle on a conclusion at this time. If you feel joy, feel that fully. If you feel sad, allow sadness to move through you. Water invites you to see the ebb and flow of events and trust that you can ride the wave of opportunity when it arises. And again, with the Venus conjunct Uranus, there's a lot of opportunities coming your way. So Carpe Diem, seize the moment when they arise. Natural flow is here. Go with it. Right, okay, so... right, that's what you need to let go of. So I feel you need to let go of some trauma. And that's what we're in the business of doing around here. So the card in the West represents a part of you that needs to die. It's an old story that needs to be let go of. Oh my god, see what they've done there with the washing machine thing. That's hilarious. So that you may find a new meaningful story for your life. And that is the smoky mirror. So yeah, there's definitely, I feel it's something to do with gaslighting or something. Like whoever's resonating with this, it's like, so whatever you take from it, whether it's like you're good at something and people are jealous, like the guy from I'm a Celebrity, or you've been in an abusive relationship where somebody's deeply insecure and saying they're going to leave every day, and so you have to walk on eggshells and basically lose your voice, because that's what I've so happened to Scott on Married at First Sight. And then you see, even though she's moved on to somebody else, he still looks like a shell of a man because he's unfortunately fallen in love with this, like, you know, basically Jezebel, she-woman, basically, you know, women that's, you know, chewed him up and spat him out. And this happens all the time. I've helped so many men of all different ages that have been treated like that, and it can take them years to get over it. It's horrible. Yeah, like everybody. Yeah, I know. I get gaslighted all the bloody time. It's horrible how much it happens to me. But what's good is if you can actually recognise that's what it is. So the smoky mirror represents and don't gaslight yourself. That's one I say quite a lot. If you know what's happening, don't start kind of trying, oh no, I'm just imagining it. No, you're probably not. Like get you know, impartial advice from somebody else that'll be able to tell you, no, you're not imagining it. That's basically what my job is. You know what I mean? Like the amount of times I'm having to point out to somebody, you're being financially abused, or that's abusive full stop, or blah blah blah. Like, people do need to hear the obvious sometimes, because everyone else around them's like, oh no, don't be silly, oh no, you know, whether it's oh no, you know, you're thinking that they're doing this and they're not, like, you know, yeah, no, they fucking are. Or oh no, your child doesn't need more support. No, just ignore that. Yeah, no, just let them get to the age of being an adult and they're struggling with fucking everything under the sun, and but we just let you believe that they weren't. No, just, you know what I mean? It's terrible. Right, so trust yourself is basically the point here. Or you think somebody's a bit of a red flag, a walking red flag in a relationship, and you're like, oh, I'm just imagining it. They're probably just having a bad day. If they're having a bad day every fucking day and telling you they're going to leave, that's a red flag. Like, I'm shouldn't be needing to tell people this. That is a red flag. Sorry, that's annoying me. That's not like... it's me, myself, and God got rid of bad people. Well, sometimes it has to be like that, Kate. You're in good company here, because I've definitely been through that period of life too. But I'm grateful I have got people around me, but I've not got as many people as what I once had, and that's fine by fucking me. Right, so... Fine by fucking me. I don't know where I was going with that, but the smoky mirror represents the aspects of what is implied yet cannot be immediately known by the world. The mystery of how things come together and how they fall apart without obvious causality. This symbol also represents a shadow of the human psyche. Interesting, that's what I've been talking about. The parts of the self that one disowns. The smoky mirror can also represent a state of denial or inability or refusal to see the truth. You see, that's, now, you might not, some people might not get it, but I completely get where they're going with this. Because like I said, it's just God and the guides that speak through me with everything that I do. That when I was talking about whether it's what's happened to that Adam, like on I'm a Celeb, but particularly Gia, like, she is quite scary, really, right? Because, like, and I'm being serious, like, it is worrying, the projection because what she does is she basically, and also with the other one, I mean, sometimes sometimes I'm like, there's something likable about her, but to be honest, there's more that's not likable than likable. But what we're really talking about is the shadow in people and the denial of who they really are. Like with Beck and Gia, the ones that argue all the time, they have got such a it's like they're in so much denial about their own dark side, and it's like they think if they use the word accountability enough times, it's going to gaslight people into being like, oh yeah, they're a nice person. Like, it's so boring. Like, she honestly talks about, I'm taking accountability for my actions. Listen, Hen, I'm not being funny, but if you call somebody a rat with a rat husband 6 weeks ago, and you think saying sorry over a dinner table is going to make them forget and think you're a nice person, that's not quite how it works. I mean, that might be how it works at some other people's dinner tables, but I'm sorry, if somebody called me a rat and called my fella a rat, fucking see you later. Do you know what I mean? Like, why even? That's evil. Why are you talking about people like that? Do you know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying, though. It's like, it's strange. It's like because she always says that she's like the bad one, and she says that but really it's the both of them. Like, they're both coming from like a very unhealed, insecure place and like lashing out, like attacking, when really, like, this is why I'm like, is this real? Like, why don't the two of them just go and get therapy and like not be putting this on the telly? Like, but then it wouldn't be good entertainment. And that's what's actually sad about the world. And I mean, look, hands up, I am actually accepting that. I'm watching this thing. I wasn't into any other season, but I've got pulled into it this season. But I do find it interesting for what I'm saying. Like, that to me is what it is. It's people that are not, they're not even willing to see the smoky mirror. They're not willing to see their dark side. Like, they'll say sorry, but it literally means nothing to them. And then they'll do it again the next again week. So, everyone's going to know somebody like this that's forever being horrible and then saying sorry. Like, at some point, it's just going to be like, what's the point? Like, the not changing your behaviour is basically the biggest insult. It's like, yeah, so the invitation, the symbol of the smoky mirror appears when you're invited to see beyond your own self. Acknowledge that past the limits of your current ability to perceive, there is a vast interconnected world where events are orchestrated in divine order but challenging to fully grasp. Now is the time to trust that no matter what the current conditions of your world reflect, the hidden realms, all aspects of the human journey are celebrated. The beauty, the darkness, the misery, the courage, no matter where you are in your journey, know that some things are meant to be a mystery, which are meant to be which you're meant to understand only through experience. Take heart, for the smoky mirror will ultimately show you beauty and wonder once the fog lifts and the distortion you see now. I'll be back soon, love, or I'll listen back if I miss you. Right, well, have a lovely weekend. And I'm sorry you got gaslit most of the time, Pure Essence. Unfortunately, like I said, you're in good company here, because there's loads of people, if not everyone that watches, will unfortunately be able to empathise. Yes, action does speak louder than words. But again, there's nothing I can't stand more than that kind of shit. Like, people, and it is, I'm not, like, again, like, I can think of times in my life where I had people like that around me that would do something shitty, then apologise, and then a short time later they were doing it again. And, and it's when you're in that kind of thing, whether it's like love or friendship or family or whatever, you do keep making excuses. Because if you love someone, especially if it's a romantic relationship, if you love someone, you get, they had a bad day, or they had a bad childhood, or that. But it's like, and this is where I'm going to be blunt, like, I know loads of people that have bad days, right, and they still don't kind of like be so abusive to their partner. It's unhinged, and or like, you know, had a bad childhood but they turned it around and become a nicer person because of it. Or, you know, you take accountability, real accountability, not like the kind they talk about where they just like saying the big word to look fancy, you know, and heal from it, you know. Like, it doesn't give you an excuse to be a fucking asshole everybody else, you know what I mean? Like, so 63. Okay, let's see. Whereas in the past, I did used to be pulled in by anyone like that. I'd be like, oh, they're just being like this because of that, or they're just being like this. No, that at some point you got to get to the point where you're like, that's not good enough. And especially if you're in the receiving end, you don't deserve to be treated like that. So I feel I'm speaking to somebody where you need to hear that. You don't deserve to be on the receiving end of that. And they need to take real accountability, not the married at first sight kind of just saying the word. Right, so the third one is the card in the north represents the north that you need to acquire, the wisdom you need to acquire. It's the lessons that you've learned from the other directions. What wisdom's ready to mature within you? The deeply buried treasures, deeply buried treasures. And what's interesting is, to me, this is always about a change in the wind. So, and oh yeah, that's what's interesting about this card landing in that question. Sorry, my hands, because I've been holding it for an hour. Like, this is about the other, like, all the directions. So look, south is carrying a new sense of trust, helping you gently begin to discard habits and parts that you no longer need. That was the first one. And then the second one, calling you to more introspection, to a willingness to make final decisions, to let go of attachment and ego desires. I spoke a lot about the ego at the start of this. And the north, which is what we're on now, moving you to bring you to the wisdom and the strength. And then the east is the next one, carrying clarity of vision and purpose. Whichever way the wind is blowing for you, the message which the wind whispers or shouts is a challenge. It may take courage at first to turn and face the wind, but you will find exaltation and moving towards it and receiving its lessons. Right, so the invitation... You end up not wanting to be a doormat, absolutely, because nobody does. But it's just from personal experience and from helping so many people with this for years now, you don't see it when you're in it. So that's what I'm acknowledging. If anyone's watching this and you're in something like that now, don't, I know it's hard, you know, it's hard to say don't feel stupid, but, you know, don't be hard on yourself or feel stupid, because I truly do, I feel all of us will have been in a situation like this at some point in our lives. And it might not be everyone. You never know. But I'd imagine a majority of people. And you kind of cringe because you're like, I can't believe I allowed myself to be treated like that. And then you wake up from it. And the difference is, you're like, once you finish that lesson, you're like, fuck that. Do you know what I mean? Like, and then it's sad because you can see other people that are stuck in it. But they've got to save themselves. You know, and maybe by you saving yourselves and putting the boundaries up, maybe that'll teach other people to be like, hey, they put a boundary up with that person. Maybe I can do that in my life. When the spirit of the wind comes calling, it's a sign of change. Perhaps you need to change your mind about something. Perhaps the old way of doing things has become automatic. And now that you've gained greater clarity, you can make a new choice. And remember, this was the card about what's your gift that you've acquired from all the other lessons. Regardless of what the change is, you can expect to be understood and have clear communication with others. At this time, ideas are solid, and the shift that is being called for is in the highest good of all. Yep, it's giving Uranus and Gemini in a few hours, guys. That's what it's given. Right, the ancient ones in reverse. And that is... weird. Oh, no, wait a minute. Sorry, it's a bit... I need to put this down. My hand's shaking. Right, so... that's my exercise for the day. I'd say I'm joking, but I'm not. Yes. Right. Where is that thing? Right, so the last one is... the card in the east represents your possible destiny, the way you will share your treasures and gifts with others. And it is... and we'll pull a dolphin card to end it. Oh, wait a minute. Shit, that's what I was going to do. It's because it wasn't showing up. I'm going to put the... so I'm going to put the normal booking link and the membership link But they're always there, remember. They're always there in the comments. I put them in the comments afterwards. Usually pretty quickly, otherwise I would forget. Right. Okay, have fun. Bye. Life, yes. I thought that's what you meant. I was like, my other life? But that's fine. Right. Oh, fuck, wait a minute. Yeah, don't worry, it's meant to be a black screen. Did you go away making a cup of tea or something? Did you miss when I said that? Yes, no, my hand was shaking, Becca. I've been holding it for an hour and 10 minutes, shy of a few seconds. It's going to be an hour and 10 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I've been holding it for an hour and 10 minutes now. Well, not actually those seconds. See, I can't lie. Dolphin's going and you're now pulling a dolphin. Yeah, the synchronicity is a bit funny. Right, so there's the links. It wasn't letting me post it. And just because that thing annoys me when I can see it. Right, okay, so just ignore the goal thing. I mean, you don't need to ignore it, but it's just that it annoys me when I can see that. If I don't write something, it doesn't fuck off. Right, so did I read the... I don't think I read it yet. So, this is the... Yes, your destiny and the way you'll share your treasures and gifts with others. So, the Ancient Ones are the shamans of the old who defeated death and escaped from the tyranny of time. The Ancient Ones walked the earth like us in flesh and bone. Now they reside in infinity and can counsel us after we say yes to our calling. They are available to us to attain our full realisation, but as it's in reverse, I'm going to read the medicine of the card. The Ancient Ones beseech you to examine your attitudes and actions and to be sure that they are the highest of integrity. Not a coincidence when I've been talking about people that aren't of integrity on this, whether it is the David Hayes attacking the King of the Jungle out of sheer jealousy, when again, it's embarrassing because he's a fucking king of his own fucking field. Why is he picking on that guy? It's, again, that's why I'm saying, when you see shit like that happening, it's embarrassing because it's obvious what it is. And it might be like, you might have all the money in the world, you might have the big gold medals, but what he doesn't have is he's not as much of a man as the guy that can actually be, like, just being just being comfortable in his own skin, like to literally attack somebody like this. I'm assuming he's quite a wee bit younger than him too. It's basically bullying. Yeah, yes, that's fine. Joyful dolphin, just you do you. That's fine. And have a nice day. Right, okay, so the Ancient Ones beseech you to examine your attitudes and actions to be sure that they're of the highest integrity. Not forgiving an ancestor or yourself is keeping you from the freedom you seek. Remember, this is no longer your karma. Well, you see, when I was talking about ancestral curses and carrying things that aren't yours, it's all tying in. You can break the chains that once bound you to the family drama and be free of your... Oh my god, guys. This is what I mean by God and the guide speaking through me. I know it's annoying, but look, what was I talking about? Generational curses. Before I've even picked the cards. Forgive the ones you need to release. Honour your biological ancestors by lighting a candle to them tonight. Love it. Okay, now we're going to pick a dolphin. Okay, so... And because I'm feeling rather jolly, and there's a bit of battery left, if people want... What I will do is... I'm not going to... Well, I'll pull you a dolphin card, but I'm not going to read them from the book, because that would take forever. But I will pull you a dolphin card, and I might pull you a wee shamanic card with it. So let me know if you want that. Basically, if you want a dolphin card, then put a dolphin. That might get confusing because we've had somebody with dolphin in the name and we've been having emojis, but that's what came to mind. It's quite funny. Right, okay, so, but this is the dolphin card for everyone just now. So what's the dolphin card for everyone? I'm just going to give it a shuffle and then I'll show you me picking it. Right, so we're just going to spread them out like that. Right, so let's see if we pick one of the ones that I keep picking. So the ones I've picked quite a lot, the one that I picked on the last live was Auric Energy, and Light Body's come out a few times. That's actually why I wanted the deck. And I always get drawn to the one where the man's looking at the people having fun in the sea, and it reminds me of Little Mermaid, except the other way around. You know, it's like she wants to be I want to be where the people are, except he's like, I want to be where the dolphins and the mermaids are. I feel like I need to show you that picture now because you are like, what are you fucking talking about? Good channel. God led me here. Thank you. Oh, thank you very much. Welcome. Yes, it is a good channel because it's not just my channel, it's our channel, and we make it what it is. So thank you for that. Right. And I'm very big on God, actually. So I like that you said God led you here because that is the truth. I'm not, you know, people could say what they want, God, universe, angels, whatever, but I'm, you know, spirit. That's what I used to say years ago, and then I just woke up one day and I was just saying God this, God that, God, yeah, it's just, yeah. But again, that's how I've always spoken my head. It's hard to describe, but yes. Right, so, oh my God, look at, I don't think I've seen this one. That is a bit weird when I just said, and because I'm feeling, did I not use the word joy? I'm sure I did. Did I not? Guys, I can't remember, but I either just said, because I'm feeling jolly, or maybe if I actually said joyous, that is weird because I feel like I did though. Maybe I said jolly. That's weird though. Anyway, right. So, joyous. Yeah, it was just like a kind of natural progression. I just always said spirit this, spirit that, blah blah blah, and then years ago, it didn't feel in alignment anymore, and it's God because it's the rate at which God speaks to me is insane. So it's like, but it's like sometimes I might say spirit, but really not very often, to be honest. Right, 41 joyous vortex. Let's read this, and then I'll let's read that. Let's read that at the end. We'll remember what it says, won't we? Yous will. I'm going to take a picture in case I forget. Joyous. Right. So, now I'm going to... Yeah, joy. I thought that. I thought I said joyous. Right, so... Has anyone put the dolphins emojis yet? Who wants a dolphin card? Put your dolphin emojis and I'll know that you want a card. Oh, Becca did. Right, so I'll do Becca's first, and then anyone else that I see putting a dolphin emoji. See, that's a bit of a shame that the person with dolphin in their name, it's like, but I mean, she did see though. She might, if she wanted to stage, she could have. She did see that I was about to do that. But I think she missed when I said I was about to pull. I know, ironically, that lady was called Joyful. Yeah, it's ironic, but she also, I think, was wanting cards, and then she let, you know what I mean? That's, you know what the message is there? Patience pays. But yeah, she'll watch it later and she'll be able to get a message through someone else. In fact, you know what? See, because she wanted one anyway. This is for oh, there we go. That's for joyful. Look, oh, interesting. Outside interference. So that's the card that I pulled on the live stream. So, in retreat. So both these cards, so whoever, this can be for joyful, look, abundance, right? So I didn't mean to pull three, they all just came, maybe I will put, they all just flew out. But yeah, so whatever that means to you, Joyful Dolphin, I think her name was, that just watch for outside interference, you know, you might need to retreat a bit, especially when it comes to manifesting your abundance or happiness, you know, so just tune tune in to what feels right to you is what I want to say. And then like if curse comes out or something, that's interesting because of what I've been talking about. Soul retrieval, yeah, see, that's what everything I do, doesn't matter what I'm doing, including now, and definitely in personal sessions, but like that's what my frequency, like it's soul retrieval that I do for people. So I just feel there's something there about paying attention to where you need to retreat from. Outside interference can affect your abundance, and you need to pull your energy back. It feels like connected to the collective one about the trauma, like, you know, because that's what soul retrieval is, when we've been traumatized from somewhere in our life and we've not healed that little part of our inner child or our shadow or something. Right, okay, so that's not the way I usually explain it, but that's the way I'm explaining it today. Right, so right, this is Becca's. Oh, sorry, your one's right. Okay, well, pure essence. That's, I'll take that as your emoji. I remember you said that the other day that it wasn't showing up. And also, I was laughing when you said your emails are full. Like, I'm laughing because I do that too. I've not done it for a while, but like, I literally had to buy extra storage because I do that. So yes, I completely know what that's like. But make sure you empty those emails in time for next week so that you get the Zoom link. Right. I think there'll be a few people laughing, being like, yep, I do that too. I've got quite a few clients that do the same as me. It's like, it's just so boring. Like, I know I could be using right now to delete the emails, but it's just, I don't want to do it. It's fucking boring. Right. I got an email from someone today and it was like, it was quite good the way their marketing was actually. It was like, if you don't click on this link, you'll be automatically unsubscribed. And I was like, excuse me, I'll decide. I never open your emails and I never use your services, but I'll decide if I want to unsubscribe. So yes, I clicked on that link and I'm still on her list. But I thought that's quite good marketing. Do you know what I mean? It's very urgent. If you don't click on this in 24 hours, you're off the list. Like, you feel like you're out of some kind of fucking gang or something. It's quite a risky way to do business, but it got my attention, so it's very clever. So you should always take these marketing email things on board. Although I've been trying to get my email list going for the past 10 years and I always get distracted and do something like that. Seriously, that has to be something. I say it every year, but that has to be something I get sorted this year. Because you're missing out. If you don't have an email list, you are missing out on a lot of ideal clients, because it's like, it is just silly. So yes, I'm taking that on board too. Right, okay, so Becca, we have Celestial Awakening. So you might be having a higher level of awakening going on, definitely with Uranus going into Gemini in a few hours. Uniting with your origin dolphin matrix chakra. Yeah, so again, to me, this is given you're connecting with like your highest timeline, exactly like what I started saying on this. So you might start having some kind of unbelievable things happening to you. And you know what, I'd actually, because you had said that as well, that like, you know, that you'd been hoping for something to happen to me, or like sending good energy or praying for me, you know, that's like, that when that's genuine, you know what I mean, like, God sees everything, you know, like, so that's why I would say God is watching. So when you genuinely have good intentions for others, like I know that I do, and I know that many other people of you watching do, that can open things happening for you too, you know what I mean? Right, so the child, yeah, I love it. Inner child. I always pull cards for you about the inner child. Like, I feel like, in fact, I always say messages like this to you, don't I? But it is what's coming through. I feel a part of your inner child is coming back online. A part of your inner child that's shut down through trauma is being reawakened. And then I've just realised that the dolphins was what I channeled loads about when I was when we were doing the mediumship where your mum was coming through a lot. So I definitely feel all that energy in this. It feels quite exciting. And the arrow, yeah, shoot your shot. That's about aim, shoot, fire, you'll hit your mark. That all feels very, like I said, that feels very Uranus going into Gemini, quite exciting energy. Right, okay, so let's now, I'll just go with the order. Where are they all? Sorry, I'm singing The Greatest Showman in my head. I'm singing A Million Dreams. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think about I do know the word, I just can't be bothered. Does that mean something to you? Because I did just start singing it right when I channeled your message. I mean, bear in mind, I did just watch that the other day with my niece, and we were both singing that bit in unison. It was quite funny. I think of what the world could be, a vision, another one I see, a million dreams are keeping me awake. That movie broke me. Yeah, I know, it's beautiful. It is. You've got to be in the mood to watch it. Like I mean, I watched most of it, and then my niece was going home anyway, and then for all I know, my dad came back and took it off a pause and watched the rest. Do you know what I mean? Like, but when I was like, "Have you not watched that? You need to watch it." Like, he was like, "No." I think he's heard and saw bits of it while he's been walking in and out the room, like being a servant to my little red-headed beauties. But it is the soundtrack's just amazing. It does mean a lot to me, that song. Great. So yeah, oh good. Yeah, no, it's beautiful. That's what happens on these lives, you see. Like, I'm never just reading for one person. It's always going to speak to a lot more than the person I'm reading for. Right, sorry, I was just trying to find... It's so confusing because I said the dolphin emoji and that woman kept putting dolphins. It's like, where the fuck am I... So, right, there's Becca's and then Kate. Right, Kate, you were next. And then Pure Love Essence, I know that you've not put the emoji, but I know that you've said yes. So, right, this is for Kate. What have we got for Kate? Oh, sorry, wait a minute, I'll put it on camera. And anyone else that's here, if you want some cards, just put the wee dolphin emoji and then I'll know. Kate, we have Migration. Ooh, love it. Oh my god, I'm loving the pit. This looks like very Atlantis vibes. So, wait a minute, I do just want to see... Oh my god, I just opened it up at the book. I just kind of want to... Change can show up. Oh, change again. You see how it doesn't matter that I'm doing individuals. It's still tying in with the collective message. Change can show up in several ways. You can move from where you are, alter your current approach, or open your mind to new possibilities. Again, Uranus going into Gemini. If you don't know astrology, Uranus is a planet of shock, awakening, like Beck's card, out the blue, unexpected, surprises, electric energy, things happening fast, and I just feel this is happening for all of us on some level. Oh, there it is. I knew it was going to come out because I spoke about it. Look at all those cards because I spoke about it. That's the card that reminds me of Little Mermaid, except the other way around. Instead of Ariel being like, you know, I want to be where the people are. I want to be... Wait a minute. I want to see them dancing. He's like... I want to be where the dolphins are. I want to be when I see them. You know what I mean? It's just like, oh, they're all having fun and I'm just fucking sitting here like, I don't like it here. I want to be there with you. And I always feel like this is like somebody that's like staying in the Matrix, you know. They're like, it's boring here on the sand. Do you know what I mean? You're all fucking jumping about, playing in the water. I want to branch out. I want to be in the New Earth vibes. Especially because when I talk about New Earth, I always put dolphins. So, oh, you're taking singing lessons. Oh, there you go. Well, that'll be why. Again, I would claim that that's why I'm singing, because you're taking singing lessons. But you'll find out, Kate, I actually sing when I channel everything. But I bet you that's why I'm singing practically the whole message. But again, yeah, people will be like, no, you do that all the time. But it's going to be part of it. But yeah, so Disney song. Yeah, so Disney song day, yes. Oh my god, love it. But yeah. Taking it all in. Like, you're sitting back and watching as all this change goes on, getting ready for the next up level in your life. We're all jumping the timeline. Look, open channel. Right, interesting, because that is exactly what I'm doing right now and what I am all the time. So I'm wondering, do you resonate with similar? Like, you know, are you able to... Like, are you able to kind of discern and get intuitive messages from God, I want to say, in your case? Or, you know, do you get constant signs and synchronicity? Because it's just, even with the way you said that about, like, God leading you here, you know, like, that is the truth. Like, But yeah, I feel this is you. So ignore that that's a man. I feel this is you. Like, you're taking in all the change going on around you. And I feel you're very humble with it. And I feel like this full moon, the full moon in Scorpio, is going to be significant for you. I think they're asking you to take in everything that's happening right now, because everything's about to change. So I don't know what that means. You're going to know what that means, but I think everything's about to change very quickly for you. If you heard what I was saying when I came on, that's already happening for me. Like, it's just, there's so much change going on. I'm like, whoa, like lots of stuff that I've had visions of are just suddenly all sort of coming together. But like I said, it's not always like good stuff right away, because there was a little bit of disruption, and then it's like, because of the way I'm taking some bad news, it's like I feel I've been like extraordinarily rewarded with like good stuff happening, and I'm like, hey, keep it coming. Do you know what I mean? So I feel it's similar for you. Yeah, fast change in my life. Yep, get ready for more of that. But it's going to be the good stuff. Yeah, look, the serpent. Look, yeah, because we're not in that anymore. We're not in Year of the Snake. We're in Year of the Horse. Year of the Snake was about shedding skin, like releasing who you were. You're not that person anymore. Releasing trauma. It being the alchemist, transmuting the pain, everything you associate with a snake. Because I work with, snake medicine is not for the faint of heart. So you might be able to do that yourself. It's like, what I mean is, to me, snake medicine is very Scorpio kind of energy. And I've got the most Scorpio in my chart. It's like I always say, I'm like, I'll see your Scorpio and I'll rise it. With my Scorpio rising and my Pluto 0 degrees Scorpio conjunct my rising. It's like, oh shit, do you know what? I've done it again, guys. This is hilarious. I swear to God, I was not realising when I was saying all of that, and then I was looking away, looking around the room, and then I just looked and realised that at the end of your name it's got Scorps. So it reminds me when I was channeling a message to that woman from Ireland, right? And she literally had, now what is it again? I think her surname is literally in her screen name, and I'm sure it was something like Joyce, right? And then I literally was channeling a message from someone in the spirit world being like, I feel the name Joyce is significant, right? Now, again, fucking hilarious. And if people didn't know me very well, right, like you'd be like, well, that's not exactly a fucking revelation when it's in the wifey's screen name. Do you know what I mean? But it was so funny because I honestly, it's like I go blind to it. It's not like I'm not looking at the screen name the whole time. Do you know what I mean? When I'm doing this, I'm like looking out the window, I'm looking about my room. And then it's just like, I just homed in and I was like, oh yeah. So it's like, wherever the Scorpio is, whether you are, I'd imagine you are an actual Scorpio. It's, but like I said, that doesn't, that doesn't take a genius to work that out. It's more about the fact that last year was the Year of the Snake, and from February 17th this year, we moved into Year of the Fire Horse, and everything's moving very quickly. And that's how I feel it is going to be for you. I'm done. I'm absolutely fucking done. This is a good example of like attracting like, right? Look, open channel seer, but I feel you're very humble with it. You might not even be like, I don't know. I just keep wanting to say you're really humble with it. Like, open channel in the seer. That this really reminds me of when I rarely do that, right? Unless it's somebody that I know well and I can kind of just go on and it's like, I'm hidden from, I don't know, not hidden, but what am I trying to say? Basically, I don't like going on a lot of people's things like this, right? But it reminds me more back in the day when I would do that randomly on Facebook and somebody would say something to me like, oh, you're a vessel, you're a conduit between heaven and earth. Basically, they're describing a shaman, and it's like, that's what it's reminding me of. It's like, you're an open channel for spirit or for God, whatever you want to call it, and you're a seer. So you're like an ancient seer like myself. And I would actually be surprised if quite a lot of the people tuning into this live stream are like an ancient seer and a shaman too. Like, I feel this specific because... And shit, I've just realised something else. I did call this Shamanic Saturday, so it would make sense that that's why that's coming through. How interesting, yeah. I feel I've attracted a lot of ancient seers to this live stream. So welcome, sisters, brothers, because the brothers might be lurking. But yeah, death to the rebirth, me healed all my childhood wounds. Yes, ma'am, I'm off the healers. Lovely, love it. Well, no, that's beautiful energy. Right, okay, so love it. Now I won't be surprised now if pure love essence gets very similar because of what I just said. So let's see. I'm going to shuffle and see even if the same cards don't come out, I do feel it is the case. But like I said, this is, you know, I've just turned 42, but this is who I've attracted from the very start. Like when I started out, like 2015 with crystal clear visions and that, like I've always attracted like other seers, mediums, shamans, reiki healers, like people that basically have their own group of people that they support, or that's what you'll do in the future. Like that is, and it's because I'm an old soul. It doesn't matter what age I am in this life. I'm an old soul. I'm a twin flame elder. You know what I mean? Like, and people that have got the third eye to see that, like, know it. And also, you know what I mean? Like I always say, like I am very confident in what I do, and I'm not going to like dull my shine or pretend I'm not, because I am. Like that would go against everything I've actually said on this live stream. But I am humble with it. Do you know what I mean? It just might seem like, I don't know. People that know me well will get it. But like I said, if you bumped into me in the street, I'm not like spinning around like shouting to everyone what I do in that. Like I've actually got my hood up and I'm walking down to sea praying I don't bump into somebody. So it's like, it's just when I'm on here and this is my business. And like I wouldn't actually attract clients if I didn't kind of like share what I do, and if other people weren't coming on and sharing that it's real, you know what I mean? Right, okay, so anyway, we've given them a good shuffle. You're 40. Oh, so you're younger than me. See, now that is very surprising to me, because you really do give off you give off like elder vibes, or like, you know, I don't know. You have like an old soul kind of energy. Like I mean that in the nicest way possible. You know what I mean? Like that really surprises me. I was feeling you were older than me. So, well, an important year then. Wait a minute. So yeah, I did ask that earlier. When is your? Are you? Kate, many of my clients are. And I mean, I've got clients right the way up to their 70s as well. So I attract a lot of women and men that are usually that's my normal clients, are older than me, if I'm honest. I've got like, I can count on one hand, maybe going on the second hand, clients that are about their 30s, like going through their Saturn return. And then the rest of them are all about, you say, like same age as me ish, or 20 years older. Do you know what I mean? That's roughly 20, 30. I knew you were going to, so I should have said it. I thought, I bet you're going to say you're like my twin flame's birthday, but you're not, you're the day after. So wait a minute. You must, if you're on the 22nd, that is Sagittarius. So I'm assuming the time you were born, you must be like the very, very last, like the 29th degree of Scorpio, because he's the last day of Scorpio season. But it can, but you know what I mean, just with the timing, it can sometimes work out like that it's I don't believe in cusps. Do you know what to do is the way I, and just because I'm like that doesn't mean everyone else needs to be, but what I mean by that is I believe your ear's either up against the wall, but you're on that side of the wall. Do you know what I mean? So the way I would see it is, you've got your ear up against the wall of Sagittarius, but you are a Scorpio, or you've got the ear up to the last of Scorpio and you're a Sagittarius. Like that's what I mean by it. Right, the Beauty Way and the Witness has jumped out for you, but yeah, no, I would be interested. Definitely have your time of birth. Right, don't put it here, but have your time of birth ready to tell me when we talk, because it'd be interesting. Do you know the exact time of birth? Because you kind of need to know the exact minute, because it can, especially because of being born on that day. But that's probably what it is. It'll be like right before it changed to Sagittarius. Right, but I just had a feeling. I thought, wait a minute, you said you were a Scorpio, and so it's quite funny. But a day out, right? So I knew, actually, I had a friend at school that was that day, and it's funny. She was, although I'm saying that about cusps, she did have a lot of the characteristics of both signs. She was definitely way more of a Sagittarius, but she did have a kind of Scorpio, kind of alluring kind of energy about her as well. When I was born, the clock stopped. You seem quite funny. Right. Okay, what is Pure Love Essence Dolphin card? What's this? They're all beautiful. We have... Oh, yeah, look, you got the same one as Beck. So Celestial Awaken. Yeah, so once again, when I'm doing this for only a few people and people get the same card... Sorry, I'm fucking moving the phone all over the place. There is a lot of you that are having a huge... It did for 5 minutes. Oh, how interesting. Is that, again, your mystical energy affecting the clocks? I feel you're having a huge shift in energy, going through a massive awakening. I always believe, the year that you're 40 is a bit of that, like, I don't know about for you, but the hype around it, I mean, God, I say this all the time, but it is true, my 40th was like, it wasn't the worst year I've ever had, but it definitely wasn't the best, you know what I'm saying? Like, it seemed like a big fucking hype over nothing. And it's funny because one of my closest friends has turned. Wait a minute, actually. Yeah, one of my close friends actually turned 40 the other day. And I have a feeling when I see her in the next week or two, I feel like she might say similar to what I'm saying right now. Like, I remember her saying to me, well, it would have been 2 years ago, right before I was 40, oh, what are you doing and stuff, you know what I mean? And just kind of, being like, oh, because, it's your 40 if you have to do something. And she's not even that type of person. I feel like she was just kind of saying what, like, other people say as well. And I was like, yeah, I'm not being funny, but I'm not really doing it. I'm just going to do the same as what I do every other year. Like, I'll spend a bit of time with my family. I'll have something nice to eat with them. I'll probably go and do something with my mum during the day or whatever. I'll meet up with one of my best pals who lives a bit further away, and then I'll see my other best pal usually comes up and we have something to eat and blether away like we do. And then I'll see, you know what I mean? Like, and that is honestly what I've done the last few years, and that's perfect. That is I had the best birthday ever last weekend because I done all of that. But for some reason, on my actual 40th, it just... And I'd done all the same things, but it was just like... It was just a shitty energy. Like, basically, the years of... 39 was... My actual 39th birthday was magical. I'll never forget that for lots of different reasons. But, like, it was magical because one of those friends I mentioned, like, she made me up a little birthday tea. It was like a little high tea. She even had the little plates, and the levels, and she'd made me cakes and sandwiches and that. Like, it was really nice, and it was a lovely sunny day because it's always a bit of a Russian roulette with my birthday. Most of the time it is quite sunny and moving into spring, but that was quite a chilly day last weekend. The sun was out, but it was chilly. But I still had the frozen daiquiri in the sun. And I don't usually drink, ladies and gentlemen, but I felt like I wanted one, and it was nice. But it was probably not good in that weather. But it was good because it didn't taste alcohol. So kind of dangerous if you were on it and you wanted to have another one. But I just stuck to the one drink because I had tanned the champagne the night before through the encouragement of one of those friends. But anyway, we learned from our lessons. It's kind of like, overall, alcohol is the devil. It's not fun. I would have probably had a nicer day if I hadn't drank that, to be honest. But, we live and we learn. Anyway, so Celestial Awakening, I do feel you're going through a very powerful shift. And I feel it's got something to do with that. Uranus going into Gemini. Venus and Gemini as well happened yesterday. What does this card say? Sacred water. Yeah, so again, you notice how the main card for the main reading was water. And now we've got sacred water. Oh, look, and is that a 40? It is, look! There's a 40. So they're just acknowledging what I'm saying. That is, it looks a bit weird, doesn't it? Do you think it's meant to be an 8 or do you think it's a 40? Even if that's 48, we're making it 40. Because I'm going on about your 40th and then it ties in with what we're saying. But, like, it just feels like you're headed for more idyllic times. Like, so if you went through quite a rough period of life, I just feel that's lifting. Like, get ready for, like, amazing... Like, because, again, get ready for amazing things to happen to you. Do you know what I mean? Because, like... you've, like I said, you literally just found us recently and then you felt compelled to join the membership and then book with me as well. So it's like, you're definitely part of that timeline jump that, that to your highest timeline that I feel I've jumped to. So it's like, I feel everyone, basically. If you really resonate with this message, I feel if you've not already had a moment, you're kind of like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I just feel like I woke up today and it's someone else's life, but I'll fucking go with it. Do you know what I mean? but like, not like, you know, not so much far removed that you're like, you don't want to be you anymore and you want someone else's life. It's like, it is your life, but it's going to take a wee bit of getting used to. I'm telling the future that my 48th birthday will be better far, far before that, because that's too far away. That's, for God's sake, pure love essence. That is a whole Uranus cycle away. Uranus is 8 years, and Uranus moves at 11 o'clock tonight. It might not be exactly 11 o'clock, but it's something like that, right? Because I checked. But, you know, that's too far away. The celestial awakening, the big shifts, the amazing shifts that are going to happen in your life are happening tonight, today. Do you know what I mean? And we've got, wow, love it. I knew that was going to come out. Hello, yep, you see, because here's another ancient seer, a very wise Aries fellow woman. Hello, Integrity and Karma, how are you doing? I actually think you'll like this live stream. Not that you don't like the other live streams, but because I know that you appreciate my blunt honesty, when I do the ones that are very dramatic, kind of breakup, makeup, twin flame things, that's not massively Integrity and Karma's vibe, but I think you'll like this one, because this one feels more of like, I've attracted the ancient shamans and the seers and the mystical vibes. Sorry, you're almost seeing my breakfast brunch. In fact, do you want to see it? There you go. I normally always have the same thing, but last night I was like, do you know what? I really want a sausage on a roll. Like, I always have like boiled egg and toast. Like, I literally eat the same thing every day, and I'm like, I want that. And I didn't just have one, I had two, and I don't regret it. But I'm not going to carry that on because I just shrank my stomach. I don't want to be. But anyway, so look, light body. To me, this is a twin flame card. So ironically, after me just saying that, would you like? Are you hanging around? Would you like a dolphin card, Integrity and Karma? Yeah, to me, this is a very twin flame card. So I feel, you know, if you don't feel you're already on the twin flame path, well, newsflash, anybody that gets attracted to me in a big way, you are. But this is a very twin flamey card, because that feels like the Matrix twin, and this feels like, you know, the one that's very mystical and in the ethereal. But like I always say with me with this card, I think both of you are either. So, like, sometimes that's the feminine and the masculine is like, hello, I'm always around you. I'm always putting the little signs out in the astral realms, and you're looking around at a packet of sweets and it's my birthday, or somebody's mentioning something in and it's, you know what I mean, and it's got something to do with me, or, you know, it even just happened a minute ago there. I mean, I wasn't going to be surprised if she said her birthday was the 21st, but I mean, it was the fucking next day, do you know what I mean? But it's kind of like, but then other times this is the masculine, and it's like, this is the feminine's energy always around the masculine. Like, I don't know why I'm thinking about that person from the past, but I can't get them off my fucking mind. I think there's something important to me. But the thing is, that person's kind of still spiritually asleep at some points, and they're like, oh, well, I'll just go on my day. I don't know, they probably just forgot all about me. Do you know what I mean? It's like, no, I haven't. I'm here. I'm trapped in the other realm. Notice me. And he's like, da, 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 da. I'm just getting on with my everyday job. And I'm just like, I'm here. I'm here. By the way, I'm not, sorry, I'm fucking pissing myself at my narration. I've not channeled that card like that before. So, I mean, I'm seriously hoping that means nothing to you, Pure Love Essence, because that was a little bit much. But I mean, that was just basically using that from my own experience. That is what it feels like. It's like, you've forgotten me. It's like, da 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 da. I'm just going to dance about and fucking loving life and fucking here for a long time, not here for a good time, not a long time. And this person's like, but why? Why have you forgot me? I'm still here. I'm still here. And then it's like, boop, boop, boop. The tables turn. That's the feminine. Yeah, feeling myself. I am that bitch. I'm having fun. This person fucking forgot me, so I'm just going to get on my life. They're like, oh no, shit, I'm sorry. I do love you. I've spiritually woken up. Where are you? I'm fucking, like, missing you. Yeah, you know what I mean? That's basically what it is. It's great fun. So think you're fucking lucky out there, people that are watching this just having a fucking laugh on your Saturday. You're not on the twin flame journey. It is not for the faint of heart. Anyway, so let me see. I have a feeling this is going to resonate. So I'm just going to scroll back at these comments. When I was born, the clock stopped. I want to hear that story. What do you mean by that? That reminds me of that poem in Four Winds and a Funeral. The Clocks. It's like a beautiful poem that the gay guy reads for when his partner dies. It's lovely. I buy gifts for me on my birthday. Quite fucking right. You don't need it to be your birthday to do that. Sorry, don't listen to me, guys. I'm a Sag Moon. It's just like, you know, more, more, more. I need more cards. I've got fucking thousands, but I need more. It's like, I have to be like, my Saturn Scorpio's like, you don't need more. You've got lots. And then I'll be like, shut up, I'm just going to get more anyway. It can be root of evil or alcohol. I'm a coffee lass. Well, yes, I totally agree with you. And I was addicted to coffee, but I gave it up almost a year and a half ago. And every time I'm tempted to get another one, I'm like, nah, I don't want to undo all my good work. But I will at some point. Not undo the good work. I'll just get one when it's worth it. Oh, you'll be with your person. Yeah, absolutely. We're manifesting that shit. You will long be with your person on your 48th birthday. I'm well enough, love. I never even know when I'm stopping by, but oh yes, sweet fiery girl. Yes, well that's, yeah, just again, follow your intuition. Love it. I'm the same. Eggs are us. Yeah, I do. I never, for a couple of years, I didn't have eggs. People hear this story all the time. They'll be like, oh God, here she goes again. I just, medical medium isn't a fan. If you've ever sort of followed his stuff, he says that they stick to your insides. And I'm sorry, guys, I do believe that. But I just completely ignore that I believe that because I love them. I missed it and it's just, it's the best part of my day. Like, I love it. Like, sorry, I'm passionate about breakfast if you haven't noticed. Like, yesterday, I bought myself, I don't do this a lot, but every couple of months, I'll get like a Tesco breakfast delivered. And I never regret it. Like, I've never regretted it once. I just, I can't do that all the time because that really would undo my good work. And it's not the same. Like, I could make my own fry up in the house, but it's just not the same. But yeah, I love having like a fry out somewhere. Or eggs Benedicts, that's my favourite. And actually, my sister's taking me for that next week as a belated birthday. I've scored 3 eggs Benedicts. This is a hat trick I've done. So... right, because my mum got it on my birthday, my best pal on the next day, and then this is now my sister buying me it, so love it. I hope you're super fantastic. I am. I'm feeling fucking amazing. I've jumped a timeline, and I'm not being sarcastic. I'm kind of in shock at how much I've jumped a timeline. Could you please switch that off? That is interrupting the live. I don't know if you can hear somebody's... Oh my God, did you hear it? The car alarm literally... Thanks God. The car alarm literally stopped as I said it. Why, sure, and thank you for your gracious spirit. Love it. Right, okay, so 100% spot on. Yeah, I had a feeling because it's not me doing it. Like, I'm just pushing myself out the way, but the way I was channeling that, so sorry, because if that's the vibe, it sucks, and I feel your pain, and I think we'll be having a very long conversation. He's a he's a fucking drama queen, so I could say my person. Okay, well, you could just tell I'm dying to say shit right now, but I don't see with mine. I don't know him anymore. So, but I think we could both be quite dramatic in our own ways. He is, we are the same energy, so just in different bodies. So, I can own that. But so you have to look back at yourself. Can you see what he is in you? But quite funny the way you've said it, to be honest. My mum said the clock stopped Duke Street Hospital when I was born and the midwife was spooked. You got power time, Kate. Love it, yeah. Yeah, it totally goes with the way I channeled your message, though, with the seer and the open channel. That's really cool. Yeah, so I'd actually love to see your chart. If at some point you're... like guided to get the psychic astrology empowerment, I think there's going to be some quite amazing things in your chart. I wouldn't be surprised if you've got in the 12th house, like for instance, I've got that when you've got Pluto in the 12th house. Sometimes that can indicate that there was like trauma before birth. Like, and I know it was like they told my mum that I was going to be a 70% chance of miscarrying. You know what I mean? So it was like I was like, no, I don't want to go back there. It's a shithole. And then I was like, all right, fine, I'll go back. And because one of my friends has got the same. Like, I can see it in her chart. And we've both got a very kind of similar ancient soul vibe. So it's very, you can see it in someone's chart. Right. Yes, nah, I know that. I know what this is. I mean, this is what everybody all says, but trust me, I do get what he was saying with it too. But anyway, egg drama's finished. I eat them now. What sign is he? Is he a Leo? He's meant to be a drama queen. If he's a Leo. No, I never do questions. Well, never's a bit harsh, but if you would like a card, I can pull you a card. I'm just going to do one for integrity and karma after I finish Pure Love Essence. But you can, if you put a dolphin emoji, Michelle, that's how I know you want one. They're a water sign. He has a very old, deep water sign. My life path 7, Pluto and Mars. Do you know where the Pluto is, though? Is the Pluto in your 12th house? Because it'd be kind of weird if it is when I've just channeled that, but probably not. Because I can feel people's charts, right, looking at them. I do it all the time. I'll be like, you're a something rising, you're a something moon, blah, blah, blah. They go and look and it's exactly what I said. Right, so there's something in your life that you're witnessing right now. Now, I wonder if it's, I think it's because of the way I channeled this. I don't know if you're in a place to actually watch him go through his awakening. But even if you're not literally seeing him, you're feeling it because you're that connected. And I feel you're witness to this change in him, or you will be. And you're like focused on your own beautiful unfoldment of going through the mud and becoming the lotus flower. Beautiful. So I hope that meant something to you. I actually do just want to, wait a minute, I want to see what that says because I don't think I've seen that one. But notice how light body and basically the cards I mentioned, the one where the man's looking at the dolphins, like the ones I mentioned came out. Because that's how my seer ability works. Like, I'm extremely clairvoyant and I see it before I say it. Right, so, right, sacred water. If you like, Claire, you may do me... Who? I know your energy and she does not. Oh, Michelle. Right. Oh, well, it's up to you if you're not in a hurry. No, don't worry, I translated it. I was like, is this some other person I missed? I think so. I can remember, yes, you're on my chart. Right, okay, so visiting a sacred site can be valuable, means unlocking an aspect inside you that has persisted in being shrouded. Ooh. Visiting a sacred site can be valuable. It means unlocking of an aspect inside you that has been persisted and been shrouded. So take in what that means. Pure Love Essence. Right, okay, so it was... have I missed somebody? No, I think it was... so basically... Well, I don't know. I mean, Michelle, are you in a hurry? Integrity and Karma is saying that you can go next if you would like a card now. Otherwise, if you can wait until after Integrity and Karma. And then speak now or forever hold your peace. At least until the Leo moon in a month. Where I'll do free cards again. But yeah, I just felt it was... I know what it is. It's because I always do free cards in a Leo moon. And I just felt extended kind of... to offer it today because we're still in Leo moon, so yeah, there's only 2 you left that haven't had it. So right, let's just do yours. Right, so Michelle, if you would like a card, put a wee dolphin and then I'll pull you a card, but otherwise this is for integrity and karma. What have we got? And then actually I'm just going to shuffle these as well. In fact, it says there's only one person watching, but I don't know if that's true. It's got one person beside the people sign. I want to go to the sky. What do you mean? Right, so my mum was actually saying where she was with her best friend there, that the sky was just so pure and clear. And then she took a picture and it was just like a black screen. But it's because it never is, like, you know, when you're somewhere like that in the country, it looks amazing. And you try to get a picture and it just doesn't capture it. Right. Ooh, very Uranus and Gemini in a few hours, surprise encounter. So yes, integrating karma, there could be some kind of surprise encounter that happens with that magical energy. And we have, what does this say? Self-expression. So there might be something that somebody says that kind of surprises you. Or I know that you're not backwards about coming forwards with your the way that you express yourself. If you, so I don't know, there might be something that, yeah, I feel that somebody else says something that might surprise you. Or you're going to say that, or you're surprising someone else. Giving absolute love. Oh, I love that. That's very heart chakra, isn't it? I've not seen this one. The dolphin's like, yeah, man, I'm on a trip. That's what that looks like, isn't it? It's like, I'm in dolphin land. I'm just like loved up on the love vibes. Sorry, but that is what that looks like. So it's like, you could have a surprise encounter with somebody that either you express yourself to or they express themselves to you, and you're like, oh man, totally loving their vibes, totally loving their energy. I'm feeling like hit by the love bubble. And I don't necessarily mean like romantic love. I was just meaning like, you're like, oh, I really like that person. Like, this is really, I'm really vibing with him. That's so funny. Oh God, I've got a stitch. Ah, equally though, it's just got interesting. This card is about cutting off people, like without a second thought. So, God, I wonder if this was what, like, because what was it you were saying? Is it Sun Square Pluto? That you were saying, that is you, that said yesterday to look out for, like, you know, that you're laying low, aren't you? Because you're like not wanting to come up against anything tricky. So you might have been right there. But it's like, I feel if you aren't able to dodge that, you could just be abruptly cutting somebody off because you're like, fuck this. Because that's what that's about. It's about, don't hesitate. You need to, oh, is this something that's already happened? Oh, no, yeah, no, you said that to me, yeah. Because remember, like, this could have already happened. It could be happening currently, or it could be a future thing. But this might even be talking about, I don't know, it's just totally, yeah, I think this might be future. Because it's Uranus going into Gemini. I think somebody might say something. I've actually just reading this another way. You could, like, somebody could say something, and you're just kind of like, nope, sorry, not here for it. And I'm staying in my love bubble. Like, this is like interrupting my love bubble. I need to protect my energy. And it's like, you're just kind of like, I'm just going to keep on making my rain. I'm just going to keep making it rain, protecting my energy, dancing in the nature, and protecting my inner child. Yeah, I don't know. There's just something taming the wind, changing the wind. You see, it's like, I feel it's erratic. I know this is a bit weird the way I'm channeling it, but I feel like it's quite erratic kind of Uranus energy. And it's like, you're going to have to make the call to stay in that kind of like trippy love bubble energy and cut off anybody that, oh no, here we go. Goodbye. I actually clear curses and black magic and witchcraft, so like I just cleared you away, because ironically people that come in and speak to people like that, that's really that too. So Sky Scotland is beautiful filled. Yes, and interestingly enough, now this might freak you out, Kate. Maybe you have arrived right in time, because yesterday's card was actually about Fairy Glen in the Isle of Skye, because I got very excited. It was only like an 8-minute, I think it was less than 8-minute live before my Just Eat came, but the card I pulled out was about Fairy Glen, and I'd actually been there. So yeah, it's beautiful. Skye is really lovely. Well, that would be me, wouldn't it? You're no longer taking from my energy. Fuck off. Exactly. And never change. You know what I mean? That is a skill to discern. In fact, I really want to read that, because I feel that is, look, I feel people need to hear that, because I love that card. So it's either talking about something that's happened or it's a future thing. But because Uranus hasn't shifted yet, I think it's a future thing. I spent my honeymoon there and divorced now. Oh, lovely. I'm sorry to hear you're divorced, but Sky was legit a part of my childhood. Oh, both of you are saying, oh, look, 2 years talking about it at the same time. Yeah, I'd only been there once, but it was absolutely beautiful. Really small as well, isn't it? Right, so the blade represents sharpness of mind, body and spirit, pointing upwards. It summons the power of heaven. When aimed down to the ground, it anchors the power of the heavens on earth. The blade can be a healing tool or a weapon. Wield it wisely and it will transmit power, bestow initiations, cut energetic cords from the past, sever toxic relationships, use it with anger, and it will slash, stab, and kill. Very dramatic. And it says you're invited to draw your blade and use it. It is not an auspicious time to hesitate, to waste time in idle talk, or to hide from the inevitable. Heaven and earth are aligned to support you in claiming your power, so take decisive action. Overcome your fear. Oh, look at my throat chakra went funny. That's so significant. Look, overcome your fear of hurting others. Unsheath the blade and use it wisely. Metaphor, people. Metaphor. You never know how fucking literal some people could take things. Yeah, it's no fucking about. And like I said, that is your energy. But a few other people needed to hear all of that too. It's like, especially when it comes to, like, do you know what it reminds me of, right? Back at the start when I was talking about the guy on Married at First Sight that is basically keeping his mouth shut and he's walking on eggshells and he can't even say anything to the one he's married to, because the minute he mentions one of the other ones with constructive feedback, she's like, oh, she fancies you fancy her. It's like one of those like deeply insecure people that is like, oh my fucking God. Like, those people would just change your whole personality, because it's like, you just can't say anything. Do you know what I mean? And that's where it's like, you know, it's something like that. It's like, he, you know, he's had to I think she, you know what I mean? He's basically had to cut himself off from being around an energy vampire. So whether it's in love, friendship, family, any kind of connection, it's about where don't people please. You know what I mean? Sometimes you do have to be like, so I'm sorry, and you put a boundary and you keep it moving. You know what I mean? Or in the case of that guy, it's like, what are you going to do? You either people please, keep your mouth shut, and that person's going to slowly kill who you are as a person, or you cut it off. This isn't for me. This is toxic. See you later, and you slowly get yourself back. It's going to still take a while, whether you're a man or a woman. Right. I meant to say want to move to live in Skye. Oh yeah, no, that would be a lovely place to live. Used to visit an old couple called Charlie and Flora. They both passed away. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I have a picture of them and my mum, and I'm the only one in the picture still alive. Very bittersweet. Oh, lovely. Right, so, okay, so is the person did Michelle go? Michelle, are you still there? Or were you one of these impatient people that was like, I need to find somebody else to do my cards? Michelle missed out if she's already moved on. And if you're still there, Michelle, speak up. Wouldn't it be funny if somebody else called Michelle was like, she's not here, but I'll take it. Right. I'm going to do my own cards again. Oh, look. I don't even... Oh! Guys, look what just happened. I was shuffling them and I said, I'm going to do my own cards again. And then I remembered that I was meant to read that anyway at the end. That's fucking weird. So, okay, this is my card, but this was the card for all of us too. That's usually it works, though, because I'm the one channeling it. It's like, it makes sense that the collective card is the one that I got. The hotel on the bay. Now, there isn't a lot of places there. I probably did go past it or go in it or something. Right. The giveaway, and I've just been giving away the free cards. Love it. Ride the wave, absolutely. Loving acceptance of all people. Yes, well, that's the energy I like to create. So these are my cards here. I'm not going to read them all, but we are going to read this one. Joyous vortex, ride in the wave. That's me, like, whoa, this Uranus and Gemini right on top of my Chiron's fucking brilliant, man. I was expecting some shitty stuff to happen, but this is fucking amazing. And even when the shitty stuff does happen, I'm going to keep on being in my joyous vortex. I'm going to be like the trippy dolphin. Hey, is that the same card? Is that the same one I pulled for you? Because if it is, or is it slightly different? I'm not seeing it the same, but is that the trippy dolphin? I'm just in my love bubble. If it is the same card, it's like, look, me and Integrity and Karma are like, hey, you can't infiltrate, you can't interrupt her joyous vortex. We're riding the wave. You're not going to fucking shit all over our... Oh, look, there's the man card. I want to be where the dolphins are, taking it all in. That's somebody like, it's not yet time. I'm just waiting, but it's coming up very soon. Open channel again. Yep. And deep plunge. That card, interesting. Right. Okay. So, we vibing, exactly. We vibing. God blessed me with a new car. Yeah, maybe take a drive up. Yeah, totally. Right. Okay. So, or maybe I could arrange. What do you call it? A meet and greet in Sky. That would actually be very difficult to organise. Like, don't hold me to it. Especially because people live very, very far away. But mind you, if you are fucking talking about going yourself, maybe that is somewhere I'll do that. A retreat, that's the word I was going for. Who wants a retreat in Sky? Maybe I need to make it happen. I could start researching. Right, okay, so, and we could all go to Fairy Glen together. The card from yesterday. So, Joyous Vortex. This is the one that is for everyone, the collective, and just no coincidence, but synchronistically, I actually just it jumped out for me because remember, I would have actually had to go and try and find that, but they found it for me instead. And see what I mean? Look how long I've been on here. I have been on here for an hour and a half, and my phone is only just reaching 36%. If I was on the new one that I got, this would have died about 20 minutes in. I'm not even kidding. Okay, maybe not 20 minutes, but that shit would not have lasted an hour. It would have probably cut me off at it. The battery is a joke. Like, look, I'll show you right now, right? Because so this is it here, right? I'm shocked that that's 13%, right? That is flabbergasting me. Like, that's crazy that that's still on. Usually it turns itself off. The battery's shit. Anyway, that is one of my childhood places. We used to go camping in that around there and stuff. Midges, that's my memories. Oh my god, they fucking love to feast on me. That would be such a healing trip for me, my inner child. Well, maybe, yeah. At some point on the cards, maybe I should do that. My family debated doing a house swap for 1 and 4. Oh, wow. Yes, still on, but I'm going to go after I read this. Right, okay, so. Dolphins pass through. Wait a minute, the first bit is connect with energy vortexes with joy to maintain yourself and the planet. Well, that's what we've been doing. Little beknownst to me, I thought I was coming on to do a wee quick live because it's a Saturday. Don't usually do it on a Saturday. I'll start doing them Saturday and Sunday when I'm in the house. If I could stick to 15, 20 minutes. Here I am 90 minutes later. But do regret it? No, because this has been fun. I'll just go make myself a wee cup of tea now and hopefully I'll do some of my housework that I've basically avoided by doing this. It's interesting, isn't it? The way that our brain finds like, I don't want to do that. That's not fun. So I'm just going to pick up my phone and I'm going to play with my soul family. So, dolphins pass through the energy vortexes found in the ocean, filling them with their innate joy. An energy vortex is a point on Earth, land or sea, a spinning epicenter of energy. They encompass more power than other ordinary locations. Maybe one of them is in Sky, because we're all going on about that, and that was the card from yesterday. That wouldn't be so unusual. Guys, that's so annoying. I nearly picked up that deck. Wait a minute. I think I'm going to have to. I'm going to finish this, but I think I'm going to have to go and get that Ancient Stones deck. Because if that card comes out again, that's going to be a bit nuts, and then it'll confirm something for us. But don't worry. Don't cry if it doesn't come out. We might still do that. They occur at the junctures of different ley lines, the lines of physical energy that generate the Earth's electromagnetic field. And so I don't know about yourselves, but I'm definitely somebody that's connected to the ley. Like I get guided to all different parts of the world to see the light. I'm assuming quite a lot of you will too, right? So they can be likened to the chakras and are vital to the energetic health of the planet. The energy vortexes in the ocean require caretaking, balancing, and harmonising, provided by dolphins, whales, and other forms of sea life. Just as you can heal yourself through balancing your chakras, you can assist the ocean, support her healing by bringing joyousness to such places. Energy vortexes have potent spiritual advantages and are highly beneficial for various spiritual activities. Some vortexes convey... What do they convey? sense of peacefulness, harmony, stability, and quietude. Others are thought to encourage individual contemplation, deep understanding, a clear heart and awareness. Others still act as influential centres of objective, emotional renewal. Oh, for fuck's sake, why is this so long? Ley lines are also understood to have spiritual importance. While there's no definitive map of the Earth's ley lines, they're distinguishable by linking sacred places. Regardless of their characteristics, all these sites enable visitors to experience a sense of connection with themselves and the universe. Dolphins are naturally joyous beings. They swim in and out in numerous joy-filled vortexes found within the ocean. Oh my god, this is just... I have to... This card tells you to find your inner joy and bring the delightful energy to an energy vortex somewhere on the planet. Well, we've done our work here today. We brought joy to this little part of the world. So, this little part of the internet, rather, because we're in different parts of the world. Ideally, it would be... In fact, actually, how interesting that everyone on this live stream, bar Tani, is from the UK. Yeah. Because we're in Scotland and they're in England. And then Tani, you're all the way in Australia. And then if anyone... That wasn't meant to be an Australian accent. I didn't try. I'm not going to try now because I'll just not be able to do it. I don't know what... Oh, sorry. Sorry, Integrity Karma. I think... Do you know what it is? I think it's because I'm used to you just popping in and saying hi and then you're like, I've got to go. So sorry, I did actually forget there. But yes, you are all in the American... You've got the American rocky sort of nature outside. Yeah, I once posted a picture that she said it was beautiful. Sorry about that. Sorry, my sister. Usually the majority of people would be American, but yes, interesting energy today. Right, so. Firstly, find an energy vortex. Perhaps there's an ancient or sacred site you know of. Well, we're all talking about Skye, so I think we're all being called to Skye. These can be sites that people have been visiting for millennia and don't need to have any human constructions on or around them. Stunning natural landmarks such as buttes? I think it's buttes. Hilltops, unique rock formations or water sources. Oh, for fuck, this is just such a long... when you visit internet, come on, is there anything massively important here? You can energetically call in dolphins and ask to be taken to their joyous vortex. Well, I'm not being funny. We've just been swimming in one. Dolphins do not need to be physically present with you. The energy of their light body can assist you in achieving this desire. Using their unique powers, you can join your energy to theirs, help maintain the ocean vortexes. You maintain your energy body on the planet by activating your joyousness. Yes, absolutely. Right, okay, so let's get the ancient stone things and then I really will go. So I'll just read what you are saying. I'll go and get that deck because I did get pulled to it. I will never forget that one time my dad accidentally climbed Ben Nevis and eating a whole pizza from the chip show. That's funny. Yes, I know it does seem like people are wanting to do that. I mean, I was half joking, but I mean, I am going to do that at some point, but I don't know how soon it would be, but do you know what? It's been that long ago. I can't remember, but I've got to have been there at some point. Love a chippy though. A good chippy, there's nothing like it. Especially a Scottish one, because in Scotland, we put salt and sauce, and in England, you put salt and vinegar, don't they? It's like, I think they'll give you brown sauce if you ask for it, but it's not the same. Sorry, guys, but Scottish chippies are... And actually, I think it differs from, Edinburgh and Scotland as well, does it not? I might be talking shite there, I don't know, you can... But I think it maybe does slightly differ, but... What? You're not getting anything through? Are other people hearing me? I believe dolphins do go to the sky. Listen, stranger things have happened. I'm having a pizza for my dinner tonight. Well, you enjoy that. I think I'm having a sweet potato because... No, I'm not having a baked eye. And I'm going to, instead of tuna, mayo, red onion, I'm going to try and make it with Greek yogurt. If you could see my face right now, I'm not impressed. I love Greek yogurt, but the thought of replacing my mayonnaise with it, I'm going to have to do some magic on that shit to convince me. But if it works, it'll be brilliant, because I'm sure I would be my ideal weight within a very short space of time, because I do love mayonnaise. So fam, you make me so joyful. Good. Well, I'm glad. Yes, I'm glad you've enjoyed it. May to October, you can see them. Oh my god, yeah, battered Mars bars are amazing. Very unhealthy, people, but god, yeah, it's good shit. I mean, I haven't had one for literally years, like probably like well over 7, 8 years, maybe even 10 years, but they are good. Iron Brew actually in stock in the shop. I have got a weird Iron Brew in my fridge. It was so random. It was Hello Fresh sent it. It's not a real Iron Brew. It's like an Iron Brew Zero or something. So, my dad's side... Oh, that's interesting. So if your dad's side goes back to Scotland, that's a little bit like Becca, like, isn't it? Like, who's it that's Scottish in your family again, Becca? Quite a lot of people, isn't it? Is it your dad's actually Scottish or something? I think the higher you go, the better the catch. Ah, yes. YouTube. Well, it's probably because I've been on here for so long. Add yogurt with olive oil. Tastes very nice. What do you mean? For making up the... Like, I think what I'm going to do to kind of mimic... I think I'm going to put, like, Greek yogurt. And then I think I was going to put lime in it. I was going to put avocado, but I haven't got any. I don't know. I can't remember. I'm going to need to look it up. But there was something else you could put in. Maybe vinegar or something. I'm going to have to do something to disguise it. 3¼ grandparents. All right. I'm going to go make breakfast now. It's almost noon. Enjoy your weekend, good people. Sending hugs. My sweet young gun Claire. Well, have a lovely day. Thanks for joining us. By blood, I'm mostly Scottish. Lovely. Yes to mimic male. Right, okay, well I will try that, because I don't think I was going to put that in it. We'll see, I will update you. Right, okay, I'm going to get the stone thing, so I'm just going to leave you for a minute, and actually I will tidy up as I go, because I don't like to leave cards through here. I typically don't like to read it in my room, but, you know, sometimes it's like, fuck it, you know what I mean, I'm in that mood. Like, right, oh my god, my legs are went to sleep. Right, so I can't find the book, so they're probably just like, oh, come on, Claire, fucking hell. Go and get some housework done, but let's see what comes out. So I'm giving it a good old shuffle. If Sky comes out, we'll all be like, oh my god. Stranger things have happened. That does happen around here a lot, but... It's dinner time in Scotland, so I'm hungry now. Yes, it's my dinner time. I spoke that long, it's my dinner time now too, so that's quite funny. Right, what have we got? Wisdom Keeper, a new perspective, study and learning. So no, we've not got Sky. Oh shit, the only thing is I'm not going to know where any of these places are, because it's... not got the book. So the new oh, I've not seen that one yet. The entrance stone, new beginning, step forward, expansion. You see how this all ties it together, though? That's kind of similar to what I was saying. I feel this live stream in particular has attracted a lot of ancient wise souls and seers and stuff, right? You're being guided to kind of study and look at a new area of interest. And new beginnings are coming in with Uranus and Gemini, literally tonight. Step forward, our souls are expanding. I got the key, I got the secret. Oh, this is quite annoying because I do want to know where these places are. I had a wee look, but I was like, what I'm going to do is, when I find the book, yes, it is Rebecca. I've basically, Rebecca, I'm not kidding. Rebecca, I have got Rebecca's all cards. Rebecca, I'm saying Rebecca so much here. But I'm struggling to think of a deck of hers I haven't got. And like I said, I didn't get this because I thought, for fuck's sake, they all look the same. But actually, when I got it, I loved it. And what actually triggered me to get it was a friend of mine giving a message that was something very similar to like the energy I'm picking up on today. That of just tuning into the fact that I'm connected to like ancient energy kind of thing. You know what I mean? And then I saw this deck and I was like, oh my god, I need that. I've got every deck of hers. I literally don't think I've got them all. They are great, but they do all look very similar. The Eggstone, feminine, yes, exactly. Powerful woman. Notice there was no men today. We love you, sacred masculines, but there was no men today. Unless you were lurking. And they might have been like, I don't want to talk. There's too many women. The Eggstone, feminine power, embodiment, fertility. Be careful if you're no one shit to happen. Actually, just be careful anyway, because that's April season's notorious for that. But yes, we're going to assume for most people it is you're getting a fresh new perspective with Uranus and Gemini. New beginnings with Uranus and Gemini. Step forward. You're expanding. It's a new timeline. Embrace your own feminine side. Oh my god, like the guy that won Celebrity. That's what I was saying about him. He embraces his feminine and his masculine. And yeah, new beginnings are on the horizon. And look at that, it's 144, so I'm going to end it here because that's our number. My dream is to open a museum for my ancestors. That is a lovely dream. Go and do it. Go forth. I believe it, well, old souls, shamans and healers and seers. Yes, absolutely. Because that is who I'm here to serve and attract. And yes, love it. Right, I'm going to end it here. So have a lovely Leo Moon Saturday. And